All right, we are live. Peace, 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 and welcome everybody. It's your boy Sincere Seven representing the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, Florida edition, as you all can see. So I would just like to let it be known we are about to have an impromptu conversation. The brother, where'd the brother go? The brother, okay, hold on, here we go. Um, Let me add him to the stage. 89 the Great. You feel me? I just met this brother, y'all. Let me be clear. This is what I be talking about when I say those of us in our community who hold mindsets, we philosophize, we talk. He had a post up, and I was like, wait, what? And I jumped on and was like, yo, woo, woo, woo. He was like, blase, splah. And I was like, yada, yada, yada. He was like, hold on. And I'm like, bruh, we need to take this live. And he was like, let's do it. And this is literally how we got here. So I'm going to get a brother a chance to introduce himself, who he is, and what he about. Peace, brethren.
Peace, and love, everybody. My name is 89 the Great. To be honest with you, this is actually, I appreciate the offer to come up here. This is actually a first time for me. I've never even heard of the StreamYard website, and I would like to actually put it on my page too. But whatever the case may be,
you can share it from. This is streaming over Facebook, so you can go on Facebook right on my page and just share it.
Indeed,
this is streaming on our Facebook. Yeah.
Let me see. One second.
Indeed.
But yeah, man. I really appreciate the invite, because I get into a lot of conversations with people, and a lot of what I'm saying is kind of misunderstood, and it's only because you can't sit down and actually have the conversation with me. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I just appreciate the opportunity to express that. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. And
yeah, man, it is what it is.
I appreciate you accepting it. And I just want to let it be known, all due respect. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise.
We go into the conversation, we might not see it the same. We might go back and forth, but we I seen how you was on Facebook, so I was like, I'm comfortable kicking it because I didn't see you catching emotions and getting mad and trying to be disrespectful like a lot of people do. I ain't gotta agree with you. I could disagree with you and we can still be cordial and cool. So
absolutely.
A lot of people don't have that energy. So it was like when I seen that you had the energy to hold your shit but not be offended, I was like, yo, my man's is definitely a type. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for this,
Absolutely.
So with that being said, for those of y'all who've seen, the name of this video is Charleston White, friend or foe to our community, right? And it's funny because I just had this conversation, brethren, with somebody yesterday and this morning. And I was voicing my opinion of my frustration with people who keep bringing him to me as if me and him are one and the same. And I'm like, me and him are nothing the same. And people like to say this because of the energy that I use when I'm expressing myself.
Okay.
And he uses some of the same energy. Like,
it's not forgiving, it's black and it's bold.
Right. But my issue is that the things that he is saying, he's saying them just to be an antagonist, first of all. Mm-hmm. Second of all, so he can get his name out here, okay? But the things that he is projecting, he is using the hip-hop culture to shield his dirty religion. It's kind of like, you hear what these rappers say, so why are you going to be mad at me for saying what I'm saying? Well, what I'm saying is a rapper is an entertainer.
Okay.
And as lost as our community might not want to admit, we have grown men who would say, as a youth, I was hoping and looking for my favorite artist, my favorite rapper, to live what he said in those rhymes.
So can I speak to that real fast?
Indeed.
All right, so like I wanna tackle one subject at a time or one topic at a time, so I don't lose track of what's going on. My brain just kind of does that. So first thing I want to say is, there was a point in hip hop. I do music. I went to school for songwriting, music engineering. I got a studio in my room. I'm gonna share some of my music with you when we get off live. But I went to school for music and I've studied music throughout the course of my life. And one thing that I had to accept is there are a lot of artists who have been given enough money to sell out. We have COINTELPRO to thank for that. We have different mafias and cartels that have hijacked hip hop. and only want a certain image to be out. So now we got a lot of artists that generally only give us the gangster kind of concept or gangster kind of music, when there's a lot of people out there that have a lot more to say, and there's a lot more to be spoken about. And the part of why I say that is because what I feel the brother was saying was, y'all are attacking me for using my platform in the same way that they're using their platform. Is really not much of a difference. It's just the things that I'm saying come across offensive to you because I'm speaking, and I'm being ignorant, just as ignorant as some of the people that you listening to are. You see what I'm saying?
But these people are entertainers. See, this is what I
That's the
mean
thing.
about.
That even
See,
though they're
if you're an
entertainers,
actor,
a lot of youth still take it as real, and a lot of
and,
these
and
entertainers are
and
still
that's their
saying that they
parents'
real.
fault. That's their parents' fault, not the entertainers. My children are very aware of these rappers, who they are, and the things that they say, and they've even had the ability to meet some of them, and they're aware that the things that these people are saying, majority of it's bullshit. Joe Crack just came out the other day and said, "I've been
He
rapping for
said
30 years."
95. I
In
seen that. I
95, you
seen
know
that.
what I'm saying? So
But
it's
you
like,
have a lot of people
hey,
that don't know that though. You have a lot of people that is taking that shit as real, and that's an issue.
but that is an issue. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to Charleston White, to use the actor and actress point of view of what these people saying, making it all right for me to say it. You're not an actor, bruh. You're not an
Indeed.
actor. So for you to sit on Cam Newton's video or thing and say, hell yeah, I'm gonna beat my bitch. That's what you're supposed to do. It's your bitch. If you
See,
can beat your
I
kids,
never,
I can
to
beat
be
my
honest with
bitch.
you, I don't remember hearing that. I remember hearing something about that part, but I don't remember hearing that verbatim. What I remember hearing him say is, I believe that some women, or not verbatim, but some women are generally asking for that because of the type of shit that they entertain, the type of people
No,
that they entertain. Let me finish.
no.
Let me finish.
Okay, for sure.
Even though that might not be the case, for example, you have a lot of women that might feel that way and might, you know what I'm saying, that's not how I want to be treated. But when you go to the club, you still dance to this type of music. You still party this type of music and this entertainment. So at the end of the day, a lot of that entertainment does come across as something that we take and we absorb and we live. You know what I'm saying? And what the reason I'm saying, the reason I feel so strongly about that is because when you speak things, you put out a narrative. The words are spells, and if you're not paying attention to what it is that you speaking into existence, even though actions speak louder than words, we still know those spells have a frequency, they carry a certain vibration, they create a certain tone, and people live that shit out.
Are
That's
you forced to
official.
listen to music?
We're not forced to listen to it now.
So that means that you have voluntarily played these thought processes, this energy, and all of that, right?
Indeed.
So when I turn on Kevin Gates, I know what I'm turning on. I know what I'm turning, and I want to hear it. And I
You
also
remember the
know
interview where
that
Kevin
this is
Gates
an
was talking about beating this woman? Did you
huh?
see that? Did you see the interview where Kevin Gates was talking about, like, yeah, I could, you know what I'm saying? He was pretty much saying, like, I know a woman is a woman, but if she disrespect me, I'm gonna fuck her up. Did you see that? Did you see that?
No,
I'm
but
gonna share it with you when we get offline. When we
you
get
know what?
offline.
Now I'm gonna say this: being a person that's not into physical altercations with a woman and has no record of it, I don't disagree. This was not what Charleston White was saying. See, this is what I'm saying is context. And when we try to compare, this be my main thing is black people love to compare. We
Mhm.
compare like, well, look what I had a homeboy say to me one day, and I stopped fucking with him after this day. He
Mhm.
said to me, out of his mouth, literally, he says to me, man, do you know how many of our people was raped and murdered and pillaged by white people? So you think I give a damn about raping a white woman? I might not rape no sister, but I'll rape a white woman. Wait, what? The fuck did you just say? See, this is where comparisons come in. I can't rock with that. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna say, well, they said this, so why I can't say it? Fuck that person's mama. I hope she died. I've heard Charleston White say that. Somebody's saying something on the song because it rhymes or because
Can
they're
I
trying
speak to that
to.
real fast?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I've seen a couple of, what's his name, Ian Wilson or something like the guy that plays in the Taken movies, right?
Oh, Liam Nelson, yeah.
Liam Nelson. All right, whatever the fuck his name is. There's been word about this man being
Racist.
obviously racist. You know what I'm
For sure.
saying? And saying shit like, if I could catch one of them niggas, I would do this, that, and the third to him.
Yep.
But with that being said, we still live in a realm, we still live in a country or even a world where we're looked at as inferior. We're looked at where we are targets. You know what I'm saying? So I hate to say it, but to a great degree, I can understand why some of the people, especially black men, have the anger that they have towards anybody that's not black men and towards other black men. But it's a conditioning, man. You see what I'm saying? We're conditioned to look at each other like, I can't trust this nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? He's just as much of an enemy as these white people might be. We're conditioned to think like, all right, seeing shit like what dude that I just spoke to you about, we're conditioned to think like, all right, there's still a lot of white people out here who are very much racist, and ain't nobody stopping this, man. Ain't nobody confront him about saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? That shit was wrong that you said. That was evil. That was some evil shit that you said. Ain't nobody stopping this man for saying that. For people to feel like, all right, I gotta retaliate against that. Or for example, you got people like on some Malcolm X shit that'll be real live ready to, all right, I'm ready to go to war with these folks. You know what I'm saying? And they look at us like we're casualty of war or even property. You see what I'm saying? So they can do with us what they want to do with us. You know what I'm saying? For black men to feel, all right, I'm not only going to do what I need to do to protect myself, but I'm going to torture some of these motherfucking cops that done got away with murder if I catch their ass. It's completely understandable. It's completely understandable. I can understand why people feel that way. And I ain't saying
it's promotable.
Bible, huh?
Is it promotable?
None of the shit, a lot of the shit that we believe in and we talk about isn't promotable, but it's still put on the social media, it's still put on the airways, it's still put on TV.
And that's
and
the
all of it is an issue.
It's
you know
still ignorance, though, brother. That's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'm not disagreeing
even if we can understand. Listen, I understood what the brother was saying, right? Mm-hmm. When he said it, I understood what he said. But let me also let you know what I understood. I understood that the effects of how he sees that has caused him to be a fucked up person. I'm not gonna say
we not all fucked up, man. We are all living in a fallen realm right now, man. All of us have fallen into this shit, man. If you do enough history research, you come to find out that the earth is a hell realm, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's some of us that look to be gods and operate in that status or operate out of that spirituality. But the truth of the matter is we are still in somewhat what could be considered hell. You see what I'm saying? There's still very much a holy war going on where there's demons and that look like us. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see that in Bibles. You didn't see it in the Quran. You know what I'm saying? They look like human beings, but they're demonic. And we should show no mercy to that shit. So with that being said, don't get me wrong. I completely understand what you're saying. We shouldn't even be promoting certain shit. But the fact of the matter is, it's still on TV. It's still on the radio. It's still on social media. So it's got to be addressed. And if it doesn't get addressed, then we just leave the shit that just.
But you're not addressing it. You're supporting it. By supporting Charleston White, you're supporting black on black ignorance. This don't even. Listen what we're saying.
Okay.
Charleston White, all the negative shit that he's saying is about his people. This motherfucker gets on and says, I'm glad the nigga got a... Listen, as far as I'm concerned, Charleston White is the motherfucker from
Sambo.
Huh?
Sambo?
Nah, Boondocks.
Yeah, Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus. He's an Uncle Ruckus. This nigga has no, so that's what I'm saying is he's not speaking like, hey, black people, I mean, we talk like this, so I'm gonna talk like this. No, he's saying them dumbass niggas do this, so I'm gonna do it to show you how dumb these niggas is. Literally. Do the knowledge to this man and where he come from. He is upset. Let me tell you, think about this. If you are so enthralled in making black culture better, why is it that you stop doing the things that you was doing?
Can I speak to that real fast?
And now you are doing nothing but antagonizing rappers.
Can I speak to that real fast?
Talk to me.
It's very interesting that you say that because at the same time, people pay attention to negative shit. If it wasn't for example, you could go to my page and look at my page right now, right? There's a lot of positive posts. There's a lot of funny posts. There's a lot of shit that's not negative. But guess what? People respond to the negativity. So at the end of the day, if the only way I can get your attention is saying niggas ain't shit, and now I got your attention, exactly like the brother said. He said, checkmate. Because at the end of the day, we're not promoting.
It's not the problem that he's trying to get our attention.
And
it's the problem. The problem is what is he doing with it, brother? You tell me one thing that he's brought our attention to and then correct it. Like for me, I'll be on this motherfucker and this is why people say he's just like you. I'm like, no, we not. Because I'll bring up some controversial shit. But the root of what I'm saying is trying to bring something better to us as a people. How the fuck is you antagonizing rappers, getting on live, talking about fuck him, I hope they kill his mama too, and he should be dead? How is this helping people?
Dude,
and then when those people antagonize, when they respond, you brag about calling the police and getting them locked up. What positivity did he bring? He's antagonizing people.
I hear what you're saying.
Positions.
I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, you got to look at, for example, he also said, why is it that Tamir Rice and these babies that, like, you remember the baby that got killed in the park a while back? He had a play gun, and his older sister was tackled down by the police and put. Why are we giving more attention to shit like George Floyd when you basically what he was saying, when you look at this man's track record, right? With all due respect to the dead, when you look at this man's track record, there was a lot of shit that he was doing that was just, it was fucked up, period, point blank. Part of my language, right? But at the end of the day, we're not paying attention to some of these babies that are being killed. You know what I'm saying? That shit, that it holds more of a priority to talk about, or it seems like it has more of an importance. But in the meanwhile,
what has Charleston White done, or where has he been at to do something about?
I don't know the man personally, but
exactly. So why is he using? So listen, but what I'm saying is, you're saying he brought this up. He brought this shit up. Listen, you're not understanding what I'm saying. He literally is using things that mean something to black people to excuse his ignorance against black people. Why is he saying, why ain't nobody doing this?
Play chess?
He's getting on platforms.
That's
not what he's addressing.
Do you play chess?
He's addressing rappers and what they say. He's not addressing motherfucking cops and people being killed. He's addressing and antagonizing young black men in our community.
Do you play chess?
Run up on him so he can lock them up and brag about it.
Do you play chess? Do you play chess?
I do play chess.
So you know there's not one way to attack your opponent and to get a checkmate, right?
Who is Charleston's white opponent? Let me ask you that.
To be honest with you, it like you said, it sounds like it's black people. But from let me finish. And look, I don't get me wrong, I agree with you.
How you for the black people and they your number one motherfucking
let me finish, right?
Okay.
Let me finish, right? Have we not been turned against each other? You seen the Matrix?
Yep.
So you remember the part of the Matrix where there were people that were turned into the agents, right?
Yep.
There's an agenda that's being played out right now. There's not one easy way to go about getting to a checkmate while we're playing this game. So with that being said, if we don't realize that some of us have been turned into the agents and that not everybody that looks like you is your kind, it makes perfect sense why you would maneuver the way that you do. And it's something that should be so spoken about, because at the same time, you do got a lot of rappers. You do got a lot of people in the mainstream world and on TV that not only we follow, but are getting away with fucking murder, that are getting away with rape and beating their women. We seen it shit. Do you know before?
Bro, I think we getting off. I don't think you understanding the point. See, what I'm saying is, what the fuck does that have to do with Charleston White? That's what I'm saying is, you're speaking, but you're not even paying attention to what you just said. He is the agent. He literally came in here as a black man and has people confused and has them looking as if he's trying to help us. And the only thing he's doing is actually being an antagonistic person amongst of those of us who he is sitting
Let's
here
look at
saying
it this way
don't
then,
have their
right?
shit together.
So who do you follow? Who do you follow as a stand-up person? You know what I'm saying? Because we've all seen, for example, what's his name? Dr. Umar Johnson, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got people like him has been very informative for us to listen to. But he'll look at you and tell you black people or rap culture has done a lot of fucking damage to people in the last 50 years, more damage than white people or white America has done to us in 300-400 years, right?
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
So
See,
that's why I said
that's what the people do.
Who do you follow?
They,
who do you follow? Who is a leader? Who is a shining example of who we should follow?
I don't have one.
Exactly. And that's the same thing the brother said. He said at the end of the day, we got a lot of people who, or at least from what I've observed, we got a lot of people who stand in that light or would like to stand in that light. But as far as who I'm watching or who I really commend for leading black people or doing this, that, and the third, there's nobody that he can call on either. So, and for me, speaking personally, for me, I don't, like you said, I don't find anybody that I can really say I can trust as far as who should I accept knowledge from. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people.
No, that's different. That's not what you asked me. You said who should we follow?
Okay.
That's totally different.
So who should we accept knowledge from? Because if he's not dropping knowledge, if he ain't dropping gems, then
he ain't dropping knowledge. He's a fucking antagonist. That motherfucker ain't dropped no fucking knowledge since he started speaking our people. Period.
All right, so can I give one to you? Can I give one to you? Because I would beg to differ. Can I give one to you? Because I would beg to differ.
Go ahead.
He spoke about single mothers in the home, right? You remember that part, right?
What about him?
He spoke about single mothers in the home when black men on around for their families that leaves children. I love the way you're looking confused. That leaves children. That leaves children to look for their mother in ways, or they expect their mother to deliver in ways that is not generally given, because the mothers, being a single mother, they're usually at work, and when they come home, they don't have the energy to deal with children, and they don't even have the patience to deal with children. That's the gem that he dropped, right?
Another jewel. That's not a.
It is, because
at the end of the day,
it doesn't matter, bro. You can learn something. You can learn stuff from a toddler, bro.
Why people always say it don't matter? I'm asking the question. You're gonna tell me it don't matter.
Why does it to me? Why is it important to how?
Because there are cycles and seasons. Because there are cycles and seasons to everybody in life, and so people become aware and conscious of certain things at certain ages. So yes, it does matter.
So start off by telling me how old you are.
I'm 44, bro.
Okay, I'm 34.
Okay, there's a 10-year difference between us. Okay. Yes, it does matter. Now I'm understanding. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. I used to think things when I was 33. I used to think things when I was 23. And I used to think things when I was 13. I'm not saying I'm smarter than you or that I'm older than you, so my knowledge is more manifest. No, I'm not saying that.
Why should it matter? Why should it matter how old I am if that's the case?
Because I'm understanding that you see things from a point of a personal perspective and not a community. This is something that comes as you get older in different ages. It's called the septenary cycles of man, good brother. Every 7 years, there's another thought process or energy that is bestowed upon you. This is not me trying to sun you. I'm giving you a science if you want to tap into that. Some might call it metaphysics. But all I'm saying by that is now I'm seeing where you, from a viewpoint of, no, I can see that because if I was sitting here saying that, then blah, blah, blah. I'm not seeing it from that viewpoint. I'm seeing it I'm seeing it from a viewpoint as an elder and what's best for our community. That's what I'm saying. So when
the thing about it is my mindset is very community oriented, and I deal with people that's older than me, and I deal with people that's elders. I can tell the difference. You see what I'm saying? I'm not sure are you familiar with the Meduna Ted?
Meduna said?
Meduna Ted.
No.
So there's different rites of passages for young black men that we've all lost. So for this brother to be talking the way that he's talking, it really makes sense to me, because I can tell where his heart at and where his mind's at, and they're two different. They think on two different levels. You see what I'm saying? That's why women are a whole lot more emotionally intelligent than men are in a lot of cases, where we're more logical thinkers, and we balance each other out in that way. But that's neither here or there. What I'm saying is my experience, whether it be 34 or 44 years on the planet, I can relate and understand and have some compassion and grace and extend that grace to this brother in what he's saying, because I can relate to it on a level of why he might not like certain rappers, or why he might feel a certain way about rappers, or why he might feel a certain way about the community. And to be honest with you, as men, we do have a responsibility to our community, but in the generation that we're dealing with right now, we can only really reach the children, because the men only, they already have a set mindset. Even after you reach in teenage years, your mindset
can't say shit to my youth. There's nothing I would let my youth sit and listen to that motherfucker stupid ass, ignorant ass nigga talk about.
Well, let that be
talking
motivation.
About killing people's mamas. You talking about beating women. You talking about all this foul shit.
No, that's what you gain from it. That's what you gain from it.
That's what you gain from it. That's
right,
not.
So let me break this down. Then let me break this down. Right.
Said.
That's what you heard. Gaining. That's what you heard.
What he said. That's what he said, brother. We can play the clips. We can play. Why is you trying to act like I'm making this shit up? It came out his mouth. Maybe you need to listen to this ignorant motherfucker. I wouldn't advise it, but since he's somebody you look up to, maybe you need to.
I don't look up to anybody. I can relate. I can't relate to that
nigga. I can't relate to that nigga at all.
That's the issue. That's an issue, because when you can't relate to somebody, it causes separation, and we already got enough of that.
Yes,
we already got enough of that separation.
Listen, so I separate myself from any men walking this planet talking about beating the bitch is the right idea. Period. I don't care.
They and again, when I heard that, I didn't hear that. So,
that's on you.
Let me say this, right?
I know how to listen. I heard what the man said.
So that's not what I heard. And I can go back. I'm gonna go back and run it just
to make sure listen to it.
I'm gonna go back and run it just to make sure I heard correct. But from what I understand, also, right, is as a matter of fact, you probably seen a video. You seen a video online where there was an experiment being done, and there was a phrase that was given, and the phrase was repeated. And then the person that gave the lecture or put up the video for people to listen to, he said, all right, now I'm gonna say this. And people heard what he said, even though that's not what was originally put on the screen. Did you see that interview? Did you see that? I'm sorry, did you see that video?
I'm not sure what exactly you're speaking of, so I can't.
I'm gonna see if I can find it, and as soon as I find it, I'm gonna show it to you. But my reason for bringing it up is this, right? We can, all of us are listening, but all of us are perceiving different things. We all have
I'm not.
Perception.
See, here we go.
Hold on, but because I can relate to you. I can relate to you. I can see what you're saying.
I don't like when I'm in a debate and people start trying to imply that I don't know what I'm talking about because they don't want to accept it.
I'm not saying that. I'm welcoming everything that you're giving it. I'm welcome everything that you're giving. But at the end of the day, we all have different realities because we have different perceptions. Period. Point blank. So what you see, and can I get your attention?
I'm listening to you.
I'll wait for you. So we all have different perceptions, and because we have different perceptions, we have different realities, man. That's part of the reason why there's a lot of women online right now that believe men ain't shit. Right? But there's also women who say men are the gods of this planet and we should humble ourselves a little bit. We all got different perceptions. Even though we're still living in the same reality, we seeing different things. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of it, am I hearing myself? What's that?
No, I'm hearing you.
So at the end of it, I don't know if you can gain what I'm saying or understand what I'm saying when I say we all have different perceptions. You do understand that, right? Do we not all have different perceptions?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about perception.
But we're talking about the way that we're talking about the way that you perceive this man. We're talking about the way that you perceive this man in comparisons to the way I perceive this man and what he's saying, right?
No, I'm not talking about how I perceive him. I'm talking about what he is saying.
But that's what you heard. What he's saying, what you heard. And what he's
are they two different? Are you telling me what I heard was something different than I'm listening to me? Are you telling me that what I heard was different than what he said? That's my question to you.
What you perceive What
No,
you
no,
put
that's not
up
what I'm
there
asking
is
you.
different.
Are you telling me that what I heard is because I got the interview now right here? So I'm like, okay, if you want to tell me I'm not hearing it, I'll let you hear it yourself. So that's why I'm asking you this question, because you keep speaking as if like, oh, you heard something, but you trying to deliver it different than he said.
So I'm gonna pull up a video too, and I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you. Since we're gonna pull up videos, I'm gonna pull up a video too, and I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you. Because, like I said, I don't agree with beating women. I don't agree with murder. I don't agree with rape. I don't agree with enslavement. I don't agree with a lot of things. But the reality is, we still deal with that in today's world. Period, point blank. That's still something that's currently happening in today's world. There's still plantations, not only in other countries, but in America, that people don't even know about. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pull up a video as well, and not to necessarily plead my case, but just to get you to understand that, one, we have different perceptions on things, and that's completely understandable. But two, I'm not necessarily agreeing with what the man is saying. I'm saying I understand where he's coming from. I can still relate to that, because there's been plenty of times where I'd have been like, man, oh, this bitch online, she need the shit smacked out of her. I'm not saying I would do it. I'm not saying that's what I believe in. I believe that if you put your hands on somebody, that's the only time you should be defending yourself. I think that's the only time it's called for, period, point blank. I had a white woman drop the N-bomb on me the other day and then lie on me and try to get me fired from my job. I wanted to smack the shit out of her. But am I going to do it? No, I'm not going to do it. At the end of the day, we all have these thoughts. At the end of the day, we all have thoughts like, all right, if I could catch this cop that murdered that fucking child, I would got they gonna slowly torture his ass. Period, point blank. I'm saying I can relate to how he feels about the situation. I'm not condoning it. I'm not agreeing with the fact that if you saying what he's saying, what you're saying is true. If what you're saying is true, that he says that he should believe in it, that's where we should draw the line. You know what I'm saying? If he believes in it, that's what we should be doing. That's where we draw the
He's
line.
not.
Saying
See,
that.
but that's what I'm
not
saying.
that.
You keep comparing him to rappers. What rappers are saying they believe what they're saying. This man is sitting in an interview as who the fuck he is with Cam Newton saying, yes, I beat the shit out of my baby mom and I'll do it again. And any
Send me
nigga
that
get this
video.
fucking...
Send me that video. I need to see that. Because I haven't seen that.
I said I will slap my woman, but I ain't slap my woman. I don't slap my woman. See,
exactly.
No, listen. Keep listening.
Not actions. That's how y'all getting played on, black man. Y'all don't.
Keep listening. Because Cam asked him, so you tell me.
Hold on. Run it back, because I can't listen to you talking. Run it back. Run it back so I can hear it from the beginning of what you want me to hear it from.
Listen, he's saying it now. Watch. Listen.
Nigga, you think grandmama and granddad ain't been together 50, 60 years and he ain't slapped Mabel?
Man, you don't think Mabel slapped him?
It don't matter, but you's trying to rebut the truth. You think people are staying together 40, 50 years and they hadn't put their hands on each other in no instance?
I think my
parents... Yes, brother, because yes or no?
Look, I'm trying to tell you.
Yes or no?
I'm trying to tell
all
you.
I'm asking
Every time I ask you a question, you got all this
I'm just
dominated information.
Exactly. That ain't got shit to do with what you're saying.
I'm just trying to
do you think people stay together 30, 40 years? I'm not.
No, I'm listening. Don't laugh. I want to hear it.
I done answered every question. I done answered every question.
It's not gonna happen because you're not gonna overtalk me.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. I invited you over here. I'm trying to tell you.
Pause that real fast. Let me ask you a question.
Oh shit. Yeah.
How far into the video is that?
Shit, that's like three. What was that? About about 2 hours and 30 minutes. I messed around, but it's about two and a half hours in.
Because on one note, first of all, I would like to say I might have been watching A Sense of Virgin, because there's some clips that I've seen online in the last couple of weeks, or last couple of days rather, that I haven't seen on that specific video that I'm watching. And that might be one of those clips. All right. So first and foremost, I want to say that. But I would also like to say this, right? Regardless of who you are, if you put your hands on me, I'm going to be ready to smack the shit out you.
That's not what he's saying, bro. I'm telling. Listen, you keep.
All right,
that,
but I just admitted. I'm admitting to you that I didn't see that. I'm admitting to you.
And this is all I'm saying about people who keep running, talking about, oh no, Charleston White on some shit.
What you gonna do if a woman put her hands on you?
Who, me?
Yeah,
brethren, I'm trained martial artist, bro. A couple women have tried to put their hands on me, and I subdued them and got them out my shit. I don't need to beat no woman up, and any nigga saying that, that's on him. If he that weak that he got to beat a woman up, that's on him. My motherfucking mind too strong. I'll talk a motherfucking woman out of goddamn emotions. So you can try that with me all you want, but a motherfucking woman.
But the reality is, you don't have. The reality is, you got some women out here that are not only setting niggas up, but to put a hand, draw knives, draw guns, and some more shit on me.
And I'm not fucking with them. And I'm not fucking with them.
Even if that's the case, we still surrounded by that shit. We still in our communities, man.
You got to choice. See. This is how people make excuses for the things that they do wrong.
I'm not trying to make no excuse. I'm saying realistically, if I'm being real with you, if anybody come up and put their hands on me, if I'm not able to match the amount and see, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know martial arts. So I'm gonna do whatever I can to get a motherfucker up off me like that. I don't give a fuck who you are. And I'm gonna try to show some grace. I still have in my mindset like I can overpower and really hurt some fucking body. I'm a man. I have a sense of that. You see what I'm saying?
So why do we only have a sense of that when we speaking on who we are, but when it comes to battle against a woman, all of a sudden that go out the window?
I told you I don't give a fuck who it is. That's men, women, anybody. I draw no line between the two.
So if a child runs up and slaps you, you gonna stomp their ass into the curb?
That's a child. I said men and women. There's a difference between boys and girls, bro.
Exactly. So how is it? Okay, so you all right with being
hold on.
We can get past that. I'm not.
You say so? Are you a man or you a boy?
I don't even think I have to answer that question, but I will. Go
exactly.
Ahead
you know.
I'm a man.
Exactly.
That's why I don't need to put my hands on no woman. But you sitting here telling me it don't matter if they're a man or a girl. What the fuck is you talking about? Are you a man or a woman?
You asked me about a child.
Are you a man or a woman?
I'm a man. You asked me about a child, though.
I know I did. I know I did.
And let me put it in perspective for you. If I have a child run up on a gun with a gun in his hand on me, I'm gonna have to do that child in too. And you got children. You in Florida?
Let me ask you a question.
What state you in?
Are you the head of your household?
What state you in?
It's Florida right now. I'm in Florida.
Exactly. I used to stay in Florida. I used to stay in Wellington.
Exactly what? Exactly.
So you know, so you didn't see the type of shit that happened in Florida. You didn't see not only these kids on drugs, but they walking around with K's on them, bro.
None of that shit you are saying is changing what I'm saying.
What are you gonna do if a child run up on you with a gun? 17, 14, what are you gonna do?
You know what, brethren? What you're doing here is you keep avoiding.
I just want you to answer that question because I'm gonna answer your question.
See, my thing is I've answered enough questions, and I've also lived enough life, and that's why some of these questions are triggering to me, because I'm hearing you.
Why is it triggering?
It doesn't matter. Listen
I'm
what
offering
I'm saying.
challenge.
Check it out. Listen what I'm saying. You keep throwing all these scenarios out that in your mind you're saying what would I do, and I'm saying I've been in all of them. Period. I've been in all of them. So what I'm saying to you is in every single one of them, I've conducted myself as a motherfucking man. And I never, ever was like, oh, well, I'm about to do some shit outside of what the fuck I say I would do, brethren. What would you do if a kid run up on you with a gun? What the fuck that got to do with a woman arguing with me?
Stand my motherfucking
exactly.
ground.
And what that got to do with a woman putting her hands on me?
So where should I show mercy if a kid run up on a child run up on me with a gun? Because we're talking.
What that got to do with a woman?
Specific. You getting real specific with the question.
You're the one that brought up a kid with a gun.
You asked.
Apparently, you didn't like the woman with no gun, so you had to raise the stakes. I'm saying I don't need to put my hand on no woman, whether she got a weapon or not. And I've shown and proven that because I've been in the midst of that. Period. And no, I never had to beat the shit out of no woman. Never.
We're not talking about beating the shit out of nobody.
I ain't never had to put my hands on no woman.
We're not talking.
I never had to physically assault a woman.
And again, this is where we draw the line between the type of man we are and the type of man we're talking about. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, again, I can understand and relate to where this man is coming from and what he's talking about. I don't, and like I told you earlier, I don't know this man. So you and I can't speak on this man and what he's experienced.
Yes, I can. Yes,
you
yes,
don't
I
know
can.
what type of
Yes,
shit
I
this
can.
man has been through.
Just like people tell me, when you put your shit out on a public platform, it is open for a person to respond to. He is on an open platform talking about it's all right to beat the shit out of your woman on an open platform. So yes, I can respond to that.
Again, and I
as a
just
person
told
who's
you, and I just told you, if there was an interview that I was watching, and that shit,
he never said nothing about protecting himself. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. He never said nothing about protecting himself. He said that bitch supposed to do what the fuck he say. So let me be clear, because you keep trying to turn it into self-defense. There was no self-defense. Watch the video on what he said.
I watched the video, and that's what I'm telling you. If there was clips in the video that I didn't see, because not only social media is allowing certain content to come through, but they'll block and take out different parts that is not, like, for example, you can't say suicide on live. You can say unalive. You can say a person unalive themselves, but you can't say you cured AIDS. You can say you have a treatment for it. So at the end of the day, if there was something that was taken out that I missed, I can humble myself and say, all right, I didn't see that. If you can send me that clip, then I can readjust my mind or re-gauge what it is that I'm thinking on this subject. But right now, again, I can understand where this brother is coming from, because I've seen a lot of different types of situations. I
don't understand where he's coming from. That's fine for you. That's fine for you. If you understand where he coming from, that's fine. Ain't no man finna tell me, oh, I'm a rape a bitch because I've been through that and women treating me like this, and I'm gonna go, I understand.
I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying that's right. I
don't understand where he coming from.
I'm not saying that's right. I'm saying if you listen to what was being said, if you listening to what was being said,
I don't.
And exactly, you not listening.
To answer James' question,
you hearing it, but you're not listening.
You telling me I'm not listening. I'm the one that watched the interview. You trying to argue something that you don't even know if you heard or not. So, but anyway, James, are we speaking only to the interview with Cam Newton and Charleston White? No, I'm making a reference to it. I'm making a reference to it because it was the latest stupid shit that I heard this man say. And so I'm making reference to it. But no, we're talking about Charleston White, period. Just to answer your question. My fault, brother. Go ahead now. And no, I am hearing you. I'm paying attention. But I'm paying attention to what I'm hearing and not what I feel. That's what I keep saying. Okay. You keep talking about, oh, I understand because I feel like this. And I'm saying that's how he caught you. That's what I keep saying. He's bringing up situations that us in the black community find to be something that we need to be paying attention to. And he speaks on this shit. And then once he gets our attention, he turns around and says the dumbest shit. And people are going, well, I mean, I get where he's coming from.
People don't listen to you when you're positive. You hop on my page right now. You hop on my page right now. People ain't paying attention to the positivity. People ain't paying attention to shit that'll make them laugh or to upbring the day. But as soon as I say something about let's argue, as soon as I say something about these hoes ain't shit, or whatever it is that people will find negative, that's what people pay attention to. So let me finish. Hold up. Let me finish. Right? You have been on my live and you've been on my page for a while now, right? I've added you.
Remember, I just became aware of you today on that one caption or post.
Okay, I give you that. But again, with that being said, there's content that's being allowed to come through that is negative content. You ain't seen a lot of the positive shit that I post, but you seen that, right?
Okay.
All right. Now, so with that being said, if I'm going to use, if I'm playing chess right now, right? Most of my engagements come from negative posts that I post. So if the only way I can say, or the only way I can get your attention to try to put some positivity out there is by balancing out the bullshit with real shit and saying these bitches ain't shit. Some of them deserve to be smacked because you listen to music that says that you like to be smacked, or you listen to music that talks about
low vibrational. You low vibrational, and you a threat to
that's what you think. That's what, and you allowed of your own perception. You allowed to that. You allowed to your own reality. I understand that too. I respect that too.
My response to that is this right here.
I respect and understand that that's the reality that you live in.
I know the difference between controversial and disrespectful bullshit. I'm controversial. Anybody who watches my page knows you, not like how you saying, watch my page. Well, sir, I invite you to take a stroll down my page.
Likewise.
And what you will see is I am very
Likewise.
controversial. But listen what I'm saying, though. I don't have to disrespect no fucking woman to be controversial. I don't have to speak on beating somebody, assaulting somebody, raping somebody, or anything else to be controversial. You know why? Because I don't stand for none of that shit. People come on my page all the time and be like, why you talk like that? Why you this? Why your energy like that? And I be like, bitch, because I'm righteous, bitch. Because I'm righteous.
Listen to what you just said.
Yeah, listen to what I just said.
Because I'm
yes,
righteous.
I did. Who the fuck am I talking to?
And you
who
just said
no,
something.
You're not listening.
Hold up. You just said something about
to?
me being low
Where
vibrational.
am I saying? Yes, you talking about slapping a bitch that is low vibrational.
And we're talking about bitches in general. We're not talking about women. And you do know, again, there's a different. Hold up.
Exactly.
Hold up.
So me using the word bitch is not destructive.
Hold on. We do know there's a difference between boys and men, right?
Ain't no hold up. Me using the word the word bitch and comparing that to actually verbalizing abusing women is not the fucking same.
Bitches are abusive. Bitches are bitches abuse
to a week nigga.
Huh? I don't claim that title, dog.
I'm not
saying I'm not walking in that light.
That's how
I'm not walking in that. I don't claim that status, bro.
I don't claim the status of women or
that's
bitches
why I'm
being
very
abusive.
specific when I speak on my
ain't
post.
No bitches abused me.
Hold up. Hear me out. That's why I'm very specific in my post when I speak on women or niggas or bitches or boys or girls, because there's difference between all of them. I respect you as a man. I can't even carry you as a nigga. If I was talking to a nigga, my tone and my vibration and my word choice is gonna be completely different. Because I don't like niggas.
I'm a nigga too.
Huh?
I'm all right with that. I'm a nigga too.
Well, see, that's low vibrational shit in itself.
If you think so. See, this is exactly what I was speaking to somebody today, and they was having this conversation. I said, do you think I give a fuck about people telling me about the energy that I carry when these are the same people who will say foul shit? You sitting here telling me, you will say on your post, sometimes a bitch need to get her ass whooped, but I'm low vibrational for using the word nigga.
Did I say that? Did I say that? Did I say that?
That's what you're alluding to, yes.
Did I verbatim say that?
Somebody in the comments.
I said I can understand.
Listen.
The same way I can say I understand your perception and your reality on things. I said I can understand his perception and reality on things. That's why the original post was, what do you have that's an issue with what he said? I didn't say I agree with
promoting abuse. He's promoting murdering of black people. He's promoting murdering of old people.
We listen to music that do that shit every day.
What?
We listen to music that promote murder and bullshit every day.
And you watch movies that do that shit every day too.
Exactly.
And he's not a fucking actor or a rapper.
And
what you mean?
We still entertained by that shit.
Who is? No, I'm not.
I'm not.
How is that entertaining? How is that
television, bro?
He is not getting a check.
You a smart man. You didn't been here for 44 years.
He is not getting a check. He is not getting a check.
You know that television program is meant to program and to keep people at a certain wavelength, right?
You sound like an agent. You sound like an agent, bro.
I sound, but that's your. Again, I respect your perception.
Yes, because you're sitting here comparing a rapper and an actor to a nigga who says he's an activist. Are you going to compare Future to motherfucking Farrakhan? Really? Future said he don't even do drugs,
God, bro.
Future said he don't even do drugs.
If you want
are you listening, bro? Are you listening to me?
We can take it there,
dog. Future said
we can take all the time out. You brought up Future and Farrakhan. Time out, bro, in the same sentence. So let's take it there for a second, right?
I'm trying to. You're not letting me finish my statement.
All of the people that
no. We not gonna switch it to what you. I'm presenting a platform. Listen to what I'm saying. Future is an entertainer, and he says he don't even do drugs. Let me be clear.
I see that shit.
So what I'm saying is a motherfucker who's telling you this is my job to entertain motherfuckers. If they gonna buy this, this is what I'm gonna say. Compared to an individual who is saying, I'm here for the community. He's making a very, how you keep saying, same thing. He's saying, no, it's not. Entertainers are very clear. I'm making music to entertain people. He is saying I'm an activist and I'm here for our people. And
So
on
do
that
you really think
platform,
that shit
hold
is
on, let me
just
finish.
entertainment?
And I'm almost finished.
Okay,
And
go
on
ahead.
that platform of saying, I am speaking for our people, he is speaking about putting niggas in jail, killing old people, and beating on women. He is not an entertainer. So how is it that you keep trying to compare this ignorant motherfucker to a rapper? He's trying to, this is why he came and said this stupid shit, because he knew people would fall for it. You're not an entertainer. So guess what? You don't have the access of the separation from what I really think and what I'm really saying. You're not putting out albums. He's saying this shit on a motherfucking podcast, not an album. A nigga say on an album, the bitch argued, so I sent the bitch to law school. I'll beat her ass and I'm a fucker at 4 o'clock. That's some ignorance. If you want to listen to it, half of the shit never fucking happened. But this nigga sitting here on this motherfucking podcast saying, I beat the shit out of my baby mama. And I'll do it again. The bitch deserved it. And I'll beat that bitch in. That's my bitch.
Hold on, you're breaking up. Hold on. Time out. Let the computers catch up, man. My computer kind of slow.
For sure.
Hold on.
So,
all right, I got you.
Somebody said, 89, not a stand on business kind of dude, period. LOL, that does not justify any kind of abuse. What the fuck is wrong with this dude?
People, and if that's the case, again, I can respect. That's the perception. That's the perception you got. That's the reality you live in. I'm telling you right now, there's things that I believe in. There's things I relate to, and there's a reality that I exist in. All right.
So somebody else,
can you understand that?
Said, Dr. Umar said he'll never share no stage with a Charleston White because what the fuck does he do other than have an opinion?
People still talking shit about Dr. Umar Johnson too. People still talking shit about the fact that he siphoned money from the community and he splurging and shit on himself. So what about Dr. Umar Johnson?
Well, I'll say this, regardless of what he has or has not built, the shit that he says is worth listening to. And then somebody else said
it's worth listening to because it's passive enough and people too fucking sensitive.
He's not passive.
Nah, man.
Umar is not passive.
People are very sensitive in today's day and age, man. So if it doesn't come off in a way that sounds appeasing to ear, then it's a problem for people. And that, let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck how people feel. I'm not here to please nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to walk in my own path. I'm here to say what it is that I live. And I'm telling you again, there's things that I believe in. There's things that I see as reality. And there's things that generally just is my perception. And that's just what the fuck it is. And I can respect your perception and I can understand another man's perception and still have respect. That don't mean I gotta like it. That don't mean I gotta agree with it. I ain't telling you, did I ever hop on this live with you and say I agree with that shit?
Yeah, you did say that on your post that you agree with a lot of shit he said. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. That's what made me engaged. I was like,
highlight it. Highlight it.
Okay. When I go back on there. Matter of fact, I even commented
take a second and highlight it now. So I can see.
So somebody said, yes, my dude, we overstand your reality. You talking like we don't know the light. Y'all stop being antagonists, y'all. So
exactly, man. So we all are
exactly, man. Hold on. Let me share something with you, bro. Let me share something with you. What you might not realize is I'm part of a village.
And okay, that's fine.
Hold on, calm, bro. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me see. You talk about soft niggas being offended, but look what you're showing right now. We still in a miscommunication, brethren. This is not, I didn't say that like that was the end. I'm trying to explain something to you. So what I'm saying is that the people who are on this, that are listening, we are from a village. These ain't just, oh, we having a conversation on Facebook and it's whatever. So what I'm saying is these conversations, that's why I said this would be good to take on the platform because we see things as a village. There's nobody in our village who is an island to themselves. So you taking things the wrong way. So I'm trying to get you to understand what's going on right now. The village is tapping in. They like, oh shit, conversation going on. What's this about? Oh, is this what this is about? Notice how you keep saying, that's how I feel. That's how I see it. That's my perception. That's fine. That's why they're saying that. For us, it ain't about my perception. This is not about how I feel about Charleston White. It's about who is Charleston White to us as a community. That's what you are missing out. We are speaking from a community, village-based point of view.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
ask you a question then, right?
Yes, sir.
So out of all of these entertainers that we done spoke about, how many of those entertainers that generally glamorize and promote the shit that we are against, how many of y'all are listening to these rappers? How many of y'all are entertained by these people? Who is your favorite artist outside of K. Dot, J. Cole? Who is your favorite artist?
Neither one of them.
You mentioned Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates
exactly.
is my favorite artist.
And he talk about beating bitches. So what the fuck are you talking about?
And
did you see him on stage? Did you see that? Did you see the concert him on stage? Yep. That shit went around. That shit went viral.
Okay. What is your point?
So we still talking about. We still talking about.
You are sitting here. You are sitting here
entertained by that shit.
Yes, I am entertained by that shit. Yes.
Hold on, time out. Let me plug my computer up.
Yes, I am very entertained by the shit because that's what it's meant for. It's not. Hey, listen. It's too many people out here that's expecting.
Bro, that means you're probably entertained by people like Jay-Z and he didn't. And Foxy Brown and went live and said that he was fucking her when she was a fucking teenager. That's okay. If that's the case, then it's appropriate to listen to motherfucking Rick Ross, and we was talking about putting Molly in motherfuckers' drinks, and they didn't even know it because it's entertaining to listen to. That's the wave we on.
So I'll say again, if you are destructed by your form of entertainment, then you have more things to worry about. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I listen to Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Kevin Gates. I ain't finished. And I ain't never, one, put shit in his bitch drink. And also, I don't sit around talking about, oh, it's cool to beat on a bitch. So what I'm trying to figure out,
what's the problem with me listening? Talk about all of this listening to somebody like?
How is it that y'all sit here and talk about all of this low vibrational? You ain't righteous if you listen to entertainment, but in my real life, I'm gonna verbalize physical abuse on a woman. Make that shit make sense.
We talking about the human brain at a basic level, dog. We talking about thoughts that we all have. That don't mean we all act on them. And there was a quote that was also said in the interview was actions speak louder than words. You remember that part, right? Mm-hmm. People hold on to words a whole lot more than they hold on to actions. So if there was anything that was done on the back end where a motherfucker was doing something that was actually righteous or positive for the community, you don't see that shit. And it's crazy because at the same time, as black men, we should know what that shit feel like when motherfuckers see when we fucking up, when motherfuckers see us when we selling drugs, motherfuckers see us when we in music videos and we talking a bunch of bullshit, but you don't see us when we doing good. You don't see us when we out here replacing windows because a fucking kid and threw out our... Let me finish. We invisible any other fucking time. We invisible when we got to go to a motherfucking store and a kid in the fucking bust out our windows and we ain't taking the shit out on the fucking neighborhood. We ain't taking the shit out on the children. We ain't taking the shit out on the wives. We go and replace it. As a black man, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of things that you've done that's went unseen, right?
May I respond now? I'm glad you brought that up because when you brought it up earlier, I meant to respond to it and we went on to the other subject. So let me just say to you, I have a saying where I say self is the measuring stick of the world. So what I mean by that is we measure the world based off of how we see things. So for you to say,
go ahead.
So for you to say this is all people pay attention to is the negativity, I have to tell you, as I said, scroll down my page and you will see a lot of controversial shit. But let me tell you what moves me and motivates me is when I'm sitting on my couch and I get a call on the phone and I answer it and it's an elder who I ain't heard from in 2 years. And they say some shit to me like, hey, man, that last video you did, that shit was dope. And it really touched my motherfucking soul. And I'm glad that this motherfucker's out here holding shit down and teaching shit real. Shout out to you. I get off the phone and I go, I didn't even know they was my Facebook friends. So what I'm saying is you worried about the wrong stuff because I'm going to tell you right now, the good I do is not unseen. I've been on TV. I've been on National Geographic. I've been in the front page of the Detroit Free Press. I've been on stages. I've been on, you know why? Because the shit that I've been doing has been seen. You talking about the shit that people are responding to. Responses and recognition are not the same thing, good brother. At all.
Responses and reaction ain't the same thing.
No, they're not. No, they're not. So if you want to pay attention to people who are reacting to some controversial shit that you put forward, so be it. But that does not mean that nobody's paying attention to the positive shit that you are saying and that you are doing. That's the thing about it. People don't always stop to congratulate.
Can I speak to that real fast, right?
Yeah.
My reality is this, right? And I respect your insight, your perception, your reality. My reality is when I put forth positive things, or when I speak on shit that probably should be listened to and responded to, not reacted to, it's not getting feedback. And you say even though I'm doing that, it's still being seen. The thing about it is, it's not enough people responding to positive shit being put out there. So if you say you got a community, you got a village, right? Introduce me to your village. Right now, hold on.
You're being introduced right now.
Right now, I might need, you might be right. I might need a village of my own. I might need some inspiration. Now, he might need some inspiration. He might need a village. We all might need a village. We all might need that shit right now. But the more you create separation between people that just come across as ignorant when they might really have something to say that's important, that people like myself can say, I understand where this brother is coming from. I can feel what he's saying, even if I don't agree with it, or even if there's some things that I don't agree with. If you don't bring people together, we still in the same situation.
Who is he bringing together?
You got me here right now.
He ain't brought us together, brother.
I'm not talking, but the video he put out brought us together right now.
No, it didn't. It brought dissension, and where I said, let's speak about this further.
Exactly. And we speaking about it right now.
He did not bring us together.
So where we gonna go from now? Where can we go from now if that's the case?
Well, I mean, so again, I don't have a personal point of view on this type of shit. For me, this isn't about how
I don't take it personal.
And how I'm not speaking on you. I'm saying what we gonna do now. As a village, we are aware. This is what's everything that we're doing right now. We're bringing awareness to a conversation. We're bringing awareness to an individual. We're bringing awareness to an energy that has entered into our society, and we're discussing it. See, and when you discuss it, this is where you take pieces of it and break it down. And break it. That's why you hold on, let me finish. And I'm like, bet. And then I'm like, hold on, let me finish. Because that's what we know is like, you gotta at least let me get this to you so you can see where I'm coming from. But once we get it and say, all right, well, I can see that, or no, I still don't see that. But the deeper we go, and the more we go into it, the more that we open it up and give people the ability to see the big picture here. So for me, it's not something to be done. It's something to be aware of. For me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, yo, this is a dope conversation to bring to the peoples. Because a lot of this shit is just, like you said, reacted and responded to and not really broke down. Let me be clear. I stopped listening to R. Kelly when I got the fucking videotape 20 years ago. I used to be the guy in the hood who had all of the shit coming from New York and different cities and states and all this shit. So the Beef albums and, you know what I'm saying, the shit, so you'd be like waiting for it to come out. I got that shit 3 days before it hit. So I had the R. Kelly video. And when I played it and I seen it for myself, I ain't played that fool since. So this idea of sitting here and saying,
understand that.
But apparently not. Because to let Charleston White talk about this shit to get you to support him, I'm saying, what the fuck does that have to do with him or us? That's why somebody said right here, that's a like mindset. Many are tapped into high vibrational content. Please. What they saying is this idea that all the rappers out here are making destructive. No, it's not. You make a decision to what you want to listen to. And let me be clear, as an adult, as a grown adult, if the shit that you listening to is leading you into destruction, you got worse shit to worry about. You a non-playing character anyway. So this ideology that rappers are supposed to be the people, When the fuck did the court jester become responsible for feeding the goddamn community? There's a famine in the land, and it's because of the court gesture. That motherfucker's entertainment. They make albums to make people spend money. Who the fuck said that they are responsible for our growth, development, education, and our children's following?
Can I speak to that? Even with that being the case, man, again, there's still a lot of people that take that shit as real. There's still a lot of people that eat that shit up as educational. There's still a lot of people that not only take that as educational, but they look around in their neighborhood and see exactly what they're saying in their songs to be true. So when they can relate to it, if you have so many fucking rappers that's talking about that shit, and you got so many people that's listening to it, the issue is they're taking it as being true, and it's no longer entertainment. It's no longer entertainment. That's why, as a matter of fact, let me finish, right? That's part of the reason why, if rappers were and they are as powerful as they are, that's one reason why COINTELPRO had to step in and say, all right, we're going to pay rappers to make this type of music, or we're going to tell them that this is what people want to hear. You see what I'm saying? And they're no longer making music like, I know I can be what I want to be. They're no longer making music that's not only inspirational,
Nas made
but
that album.
educational.
He made that album in the midst of what you're talking about, just to be clear.
But the point that I'm making, and it's not even trying, because it is a valid point. And as long as you don't understand that, there's a separation between your village and you, and the rest of society and the rest of the states.
Where are you from originally?
Where
you from originally?
I was born in Virginia. I was born in the Hampton Roads area.
Okay.
That's where, and a lot, to be honest with you, if you do research on my on where I was born, there's a lot of the but I believe the 13 colonies actually started to build that.
So this is not what a person will refer to as an urban environment, not so much.
Yes and no. Okay. Yes and no.
Well, I'm from Detroit.
Okay.
And
that's definitely an urban environment.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to tell you, nobody went and told none of the niggas that I hang out with in the studios to say nigga, to say bitch, or any of that shit. People keep trying to.
What happened to leaders of the new? I believe it was Busta Rhymes. What happened to what group was he part of? Leaders of the new school.
Yeah.
Right. What happened to that movement? What happened to the movement? What happened to the movement? All right. So what happened to the movement that Kaepernick was a part of? What happened to the movement? What happened to the Black Panther movement? What happened to all of these movements that we were so part of?
The Black Panther movement has nothing to do with entertainment.
Again,
that's what I'm saying.
You
keep saying again,
what I'm saying.
You're the one who keeps trying to make.
No, you're missing, because at the same time you still have Black Panthers. You still have that movement. Pac was a Black Panther.
Bruh, any black person that's following a motherfucking black artist as a black movement is a motherfucking fool. Do you really think I'm looking for Jay-Z to lead me out of the fucking destruction of black people? Do you think Kevin Gates is going to be the next prophet of our people?
How many people your age still listening to Jay-Z?
Exactly. What's your point?
Do you know how many people your age? I was just in a herbal pharmacy where they sell all natural herbs and crystals, and they were playing Jay-Z, and he was listening to him like, yeah, Jay-Z is the... Let me finish, because you're not trying to make a connection. I'm steady trying to make a connection with you so that we can grow and really elevate, and you're not making the connection, bro.
Of what?
There was still elders that could be considered your elders that was listening to Jay-Z like, oh, he the truth, he the realest. All of these young niggas out here, da-da-da-da-da-da. So even these, not only the older niggas, but you got young niggas out here.
What was wrong in what you just said? Because everything you just said, I agree with.
So you believe...
Did Jay-Z not come out and do everything he said he was going to do? I've been listening to him since he started.
I'm not saying that wasn't the case. I'm not saying that it wasn't the case. I'm saying, if anything, that we know that there's other shit to talk about, and that these rappers, a lot of these rappers that are gangster rappers or carry on a certain persona, have the ability to talk about different shit, have the mindset to talk about different shit, and they still keep on the same wave. That's an issue.
To who?
To people that's who? All right, so can we agree? Can we agree on this? Can we agree that if the mothers ain't paying attention and the fathers ain't paying attention, because single mother households everywhere, they ain't paying attention to what their children are listening to, that these children can be influenced by this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
then.
Okay, then what? So because there's bad parents out here, bruh. So are you telling me since motherfuckers is sniffing glue, they need to make glue illegal? Are you telling me because motherfuckers are sniffing glue, the people who make glue are responsible for the retardation and the addiction by motherfuckers who sniff glue? Is that what you telling me? Because that sounds really weak, bruh. You keep going back to this shit as if entertainers are meant for us to utilize for our spiritual growth and development.
These people are being held as teachers, bro. These people are being held
By
as
the
not
ignorant,
only
by the ignorant. I'm not
by
putting
the
on no
ignorant.
Kevin Gates.
Did you have both of your
All
parents
right,
coming around? Did you have both of your parents coming up?
Separately, yes.
So you did have both of your parents coming up, right?
Separately, yes. I was with
Not
my
all
mother.
of these children have that luxury, dog.
And
what the fuck do you mean? And if all right, so if that's the case, so
this what I'm trying. Listen,
we have. Hold on, let me
bro.
finish. You asked me a question. Let me finish, right?
You asked me one. What the fuck I mean? And I'm saying if I got a fucking job, it's not up to you to tell me I need to change my job because you don't want to fucking raise your kids right.
You are.
Period. That's the fuck I'm saying.
This is truly beautiful, bro. I can appreciate the person that you are, bro. I can appreciate how you look. I can appreciate the person that you've grown into, but not everybody is moving on that wavelength. Not everybody has both of their parents coming around. Not everybody. Let me finish. Let me finish. Not everybody knows that these rappers are just fucking entertainers. Some of these people take and live that shit, which is why you have so many motherfuckers that are riding the hood playing shit like King Von or playing shit like whoever the fuck ever, and we know the shit that is just entertainment versus what's real shit. And they gonna kill a nigga to that shit, bro. Niggas die to the music that they listen to. Niggas are killing to the music that they listen to. So at the end of the day, we still taking these people as somebody that we can relate to. That's the issue I'm trying to address. And that's what you keep skipping past. You still skipping past the fact that you, specifically you, just you, and some other people that have enough sense to differentiate between people that are entertainers and people that we should listen to, you have that sense. Not everybody has that sense, dog.
And what I'm saying to you respectfully, bro, is you need to realize it don't fucking matter whether they got the sense or not. It's not up to the fucking entertainers to change what they doing because your community is stupid. Period. I'm not worried about
our community is stupid,
saying
dog.
some stupid shit. Our community is stupid.
Our community is collectively stupid. So
I know that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. If we can agree on that. So now we can move forward. Check this out.
And you know why they stupid? Because they looking for the goddamn entertainers to be their teachers.
And that's exactly what I said. That's what I've been saying since the beginning of the interview.
That's
what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying.
No,
it's not just the entertainers,
like
though.
Charleston White.
It's not just the entertainers, though, man. It's these ball players. It's the actors. It's everybody that puts out an image. Hold up, bro. Television, bro. Tell Live Vision. It's a Tell Live Vision programming, dog. People are being programmed to accept the shit that they
got a TV in your house?
Reality, dog.
You got a TV
and we
in
know,
your house?
man, you know it's not reality.
You got a TV in your house?
No, I don't. I have a computer, I have my cell phone, and I have a project. I got a video game.
I agree they need to be held accountable as well, but I would even argue to say that they are not sovereign a lot of the time in their art. So many hands and legs attached to that produce.
Well, if that's the case, man, look, everybody that's listening to this, man, I need y'all to boycott the rappers that y'all listening to. I need y'all to boycott the rappers that y'all say that it might be destructive for the community. Because at the same time, a lot of these artists come out and say, you know what, I wish I wouldn't have made that type of music. This music that I done sold my soul, this music that I'm making is fucked up for the community, it's destroying the community, is this, that, and the third. You even have those artists saying that shit. So if they saying it and you entertained by it and they can see that they influencing the youth, then why the fuck are we still idolizing that type of music? Why the fuck do we still say that that's what's the most consumed? Why ain't we going against that?
So I'm gonna do us both a favor, and I'm gonna take it out of music. Okay, this same conversation I have with people when people come and tell me that we are being poisoned as a people by the food we eat.
We poisoning ourselves at that point.
Oh my, wait a minute. What's the fucking difference?
That's a decision.
What's the difference?
Ain't no rappers telling us what to eat and what not to eat. They telling us what to wear, and they telling us what to drink. Part of the reason why When
No.
Nas was talking, hold up, let me finish, right? Nas talked a lot about Hennessy. Motherfuckers started buying up Hennessy.
No, see, you're still trying to do the music.
But you're still not seeing how people are persuaded by what they listen to.
We see now, this is what I'm talking about. What you are doing is by all means necessary taking away your accountability. You don't want no accountability. Let me tell you who I am. I'm a sovereign black man. Ain't nobody or nothing in this fucking world made me do anything. That's some weak nigga shit. Ain't no rapper made me drink Hennessy. Ain't no rapper made me wear my pants a certain way. Ain't no motherfucker made me eat nothing.
What makes you call yourself a nigga?
Again,
what makes you call yourself a nigga?
Because I was educated that it comes from the Nagas tribe. And if you want to go deeper into that, we can. Because I got a lot of studying and a lot of initiations that I've went through, so I have access to other information.
Let's do that. We can do it.
You asked me a question, I'm not finished. Hey, you asked me a question, I'm not finished. You said let me finish. Now I'm telling you the same thing. Let me finish. So with that being said, I invite you to go and look at the documentary Civilization of the Gods. I invite you to go look at that. Because what we have is this new nigga shit where niggas keep coming out with this is low vibrational, this is this. And I don't say woke because I don't go to sleep. And I don't go to sleep because it's the cousin of death. And good morning means and all of this other shit that don't mean a motherfucking thing to me. None of that shit. Okay? Because where I'm from, being initiated, we study. So when we say something, we can show where it comes from. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to go back to saying let's get out of the rap music because apparently you can't see the accountability that comes with what you take into the ears and the eyes, so we're going to switch it to the food. When you go into a grocery store, before we even start, when you walk into the grocery store, is anybody going to force you to buy or eat anything in that store?
No.
So with that being said, when we roll through this motherfucker and we grab the Cheerios and we grab the Lay's chips and we grab the Sunkiss and we grab the Oreos and we grab some potatoes and we grab some broccoli and we grab some other shit, how is it that we get home and say the community is poisoning us, that the government is poisoning us? When is it that we are going to take accountability for our own actions and decisions? When are we as a black people going to stop blaming Jews, white people,
and
Mexicans, and every fucking body else
questions right now, right?
For what
majority of my refrigerator, if I took you to my refrigerator right now, majority of my refrigerator is plant-based, dog. At the end of the day, I can choose to eat chicken every once in a while if I wanted to. I know what it does to my body. I know how to be accountable.
So why are you accountable for your food but not your entertainment? Matter of fact, why is it okay for you to eat chicken every now and then? That's okay. But if I listen to a Jay-Z album or
if I were to be honest with you right now, would you even believe me?
I mean, I thought we was being honest this whole time. Shit, was you?
I am being honest with you, but are you going to believe me? Because I'm being real with you right now. Are you going to believe me if I tell you I don't listen to really nobody but J. Cole and Kendrick?
Yeah, I would believe you. I don't listen to nobody but Kevin Gates for the most part. Why would I not believe you? That's on you.
Because I can't relate to that shit.
I can.
Exactly. And being the fact that you can relate to that shit is the same way I relate to the motherfucker that say niggas is on a low vibrational or a low wavelength. I can relate to that shit too. So at the end of the day, you can be responsible for what it is that you listen to and still live a separate life out of what you're entertained by, right?
Oh, you asking me a question? Yes. Yes.
And I'm doing the same thing. If you're going to hold me accountable and I'm going to hold you accountable, we're going to hold ourselves accountable. I think it's safe to say that you doing your job the same way I know how to go in the store and buy majority of shit that's going to heal my body, regardless of what it is that I listen to. Right?
Okay.
You didn't catch that?
Nah.
Exactly.
Exactly what? I didn't catch it. So what is saying exactly?
What I'm listening to don't phase the way that I live. What I listen to, I have a very, very specific type of person that I'm entertained by and people that I'm influenced by or that I follow or that I look to seek knowledge from.
So you are influenced by the music you listen to. You just contradicted yourself.
I just told you I listen to majority J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar.
But you also said that you are influenced by the music you listen to.
I say that I'm influenced, I'm educated, I follow, Period. Point blank.
Oh, see, I don't. Now maybe we found the problem. That's your problem.
So what's the issue with me listening or following or being educated
By
by
entertainers.
entertainers?
Get a book, brother. Get a book. Maybe you won't be so mad at the rappers.
Do you? I got a whole bookshelf right above you, dog. Do you? If I pull it out,
then why are you being Then why you being educated by rappers, dog? Ain't
bro,
no, I ain't
you
never.
This? You see this? You see this?
Yeah.
What's that say?
Being a black
right
man
beside me, dog. That's what I read daily, bro. I'm not some ignorant. I don't wear glasses to look fucking smart, dog. I don't have these kind of conversations with people.
Then why
I'm
are
trying
you
to be
looking for
entertaining.
rappers to educate?
I'm not trying to be entertaining. I could care less what a motherfucker think about me.
Are you?
So
are
what
you?
I'm
Are
trying
you
to,
hearing
if
the question
anything, I'm trying to make a connection with you right now. I'm trying to build a bridge
I'm asking you a real simple question, bro.
And there's a lot of misunderstanding right now. You see what I'm saying?
I'm asking you a real simple question, bro. Why is it that you're looking to be influenced and educated by entertainers?
I don't look to be as a matter of fact, that is, you know what? I'll give you that. Because at the end of the day, they are at the forefront of not only what we have sought to be teachers, because like I told you, I listen to K-Dot and J. Cole because they feed the spirit. In the same way that they feed my spirit, other motherfuckers' spirits are fed by some of the entertainers that they listen to, which is why you can still go to a club and dance to shit that might end up getting a motherfucker killed in the club that you dancing in.
My soul is fed by ayahuasca and mushrooms.
Huh? Baby, nah, focus on the subject we talking about right now.
We are.
I didn't need 5-gram trips. I'm not some new nigga to this shit, bro.
We are. You just, bruh. I don't think you listening to yourself. Your soul is fed by, listen, now I'm understanding why you saying the shit you saying. You have a problem with the artists because you don't know how to use them. They're not here to educate you or for your soul. You listening to entertainers about they feed your soul.
I can't dance to motherfuckers talking about murder and killing motherfuckers, dog. I can't dance to a
That's
bitch.
That's not the only options out here. Maybe you need to, maybe you need to do, because it's so crazy to me that you speaking foul about, even to bring up Jay-Z as compared to Charleston White.
Hey, look, hold on, before we go any further. Before we go any further, because I'm not trying to slander no artist, bro.
No,
I can still relate and understand.
You projecting. There's no need to project in what I'm saying. I'm saying what I'm saying, not what you think I'm gonna say. I'm saying I would listen to 5 hours of Jay-Z before I listen to 5 hours of Charleston White. Hold on, let me go further than that. I would let my 12-year-old son and daughter listen to 5 hours of Jay-Z before I would let them listen to Charleston White. Oh my God. I know. Oh my God. Right. Exactly. Because I know my children are educated and they know the difference between that's like not letting your kids watch movies because they're gonna kill somebody.
Not everybody is your child, though, bro. Not everybody's getting those lessons, man.
And it's not up to other. But what I'm saying is, though, you keep looking at it as if it's up to the rappers to change their reality because some other motherfuckers is not teaching their children.
You know, there's some artists out here, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You're right. My discrepancy or my beef is with the hip hop industry. You know what I'm saying? As far as the conversation that we've been having on and off in this dialogue, right? My discrepancy or my beef is with the music industry. But at the same time, again, I can relate to a lot and I can understand, even if I don't agree with it, even if I don't fuck with the music, I can still turn on some Kodak Black right now and let it play and find shit that I relate to it. I can turn on Jay-Z right now and find shit that I relate to it. I know how to differentiate between what I should be educated by and what I should be entertained by. But the thing about it is, again, what you're not understanding is there's a lot of people that listen to these artists, and that's where I go back to the conversation that sparked this whole thing, right? There's a lot of people that listen to Charleston White, whether he's an activist or an entertainer, and there's people that listen to Jay-Z, whether he's an activist or he's an entertainer, and they take that shit in as being real, and that's an issue. That's the issue. Period, point blank. You said the same. You saying the same thing I'm saying at the end of the day.
No, I'm not. That ain't my motherfucking business. If a motherfucker sniff glue, that's on them. I'm not looking at the glue industry saying, look what y'all doing to these people.
But you're gonna listen to rappers talk about fucking popping Molly and dropping shit into motherfucking.
Yep. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do.
That's fucking crazy.
Yes, I do.
It's fucking crazy, bro.
If you think so.
You a wild boy, man.
No, you know what's crazy? It's to think that it's somebody's responsibility to take
I can't allow that shit into my head space, dog.
That's like somebody telling me the people in my community, they don't understand about what psychedelics and mushrooms and ayahuasca is, so I need to stop serving it. What? What the fuck does stupid people got to do with me? If motherfuckers are stupid and they don't know what they listening to, they don't know what they eating, they don't know what they walking and talking, guess what they have? They have an option and a choice to become educated. And should they choose not to, it's not up to me to tell somebody else they need to alter their life because this motherfucker don't want to learn. That's what I'm saying. For you to say that this shit is an issue, I'm saying you got an issue with the wrong people. You don't need to be talking to rappers. You need to be talking to parents. Huh?
With the parents?
Yes, the parents.
Exactly. So, all right. So let's look at that then, right?
Okay.
Let's look at that then. You're absolutely right. I should have an issue with the way that people are raising their children. This is part of the reason why I could say I relate to what you're saying when you say you will let your children listen to 5 hours of Jay-Z, even if I don't agree with it, right?
I said before Charleston White. Finish the whole statement.
Before Charleston White. Before Charleston White. Before Charleston White. I can understand that. That's fine. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But we still got to take responsibility for the damage that's being done. If they take that shit in, whether it's entertainment or education, they take that shit in and then it manifests.
Who needs to take that responsibility?
Hold up, time out. You do ayahuasca, you sell ayahuasca, or you sell mushrooms, so you know how powerful a vibration is, right?
Yep.
You know how powerful what we say is, right?
Yep.
And you know what'll happen if you accept that shit, whether it's entertainment or whether it's reality, into your cipher, into your headspace, right?
It ain't whether it is or isn't. It is entertainment.
So why the fuck would you let your children listen to shit that could be promoting?
I already told you.
Violence.
Children are fucking educated.
You got women that listen to Jay-Z and they sing songs about how they being whored the fuck out. How would you let your children listen to that?
Because my children have parents who have educated them.
And I respect you as a parent.
I'm not looking for the music industry.
I respect you as a parent.
Let me finish what I'm saying. You asked me a question, let me answer it. I'm not one of these parents that's looking for the fucking entertainers or the schools to raise my children, period. That is an issue. You looking for entertainers to goddamn be responsible for people not raising their children right.
All right,
that's
so can I
crazy to me.
Can I speak to that real fast then? Do you know how many entertainers have got on live, got on interviews, got on podcasts and said, damn, again, I've said this before, and said, damn, I wish that I wasn't making this type of music. I wish that people. Yes, all right, so hold up. So you said yes, right?
Yeah.
So you let me finish, right? So even as an entertainer, we have the mindset that what we say, whether the parents are around or not, can affect the communities that we live in, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue. That's the main problem.
Let me respond.
Let me finish, right?
You said that's the main problem.
What's the difference between watching only gang-related movies? What's the difference between watching only? It's trauma porn, dog.
No, bro.
People love that. It's called trauma porn, dog. People love that shit, man. People love watching shit that's traumatizing. People love living a traumatized fucking life. And we can't keep supporting that shit.
Hold on. When we started this, you said, let's address things one at a time. You asked me a question, and then you went on to project a bunch of bullshit. Let me respond to the question you are.
This is the reality that we living in, bro.
Let me respond to what you presented. You're sitting here saying to me, I have seen many rappers, I want you to listen to this, who have came on a platform and said, I'm realizing the shit that I was saying was destructive to my community. Can we both just agree to that?
Yeah.
As a wise man, I would think after seeing this many people in a fucking entertainment coming and saying that maybe I need to know that these people are not the people to be educating my motherfucking children or me. You still keep missing the point of accountability. You literally just sat here yourself and pointed out that these motherfuckers 20, 30 years later come and go, I ain't even realized what the fuck I was saying. But still somehow you think that they're responsible and that we are supposed to look to them to be responsible to educate us on our spirituality and our growth and development.
Do you know how many people do realize what they were saying and still persist and make that type of music, bro?
You missing the point. See how you keep going against what we talking about.
Nah, but we just agreed. We just got point
A. People are clearly telling you.
We just got past point A. Now we can focus on B.
No, we can't. No, we can't. No,
you just said we agreed on the same thing.
Let's recap. If you saying we just got past point A, then let's recap what point A was. That these rappers and entertainers are telling us out their own mouths, hey man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Don't fucking listen to me. But you still got people like you out here saying they should be held responsible for these people. When they are sitting here telling us, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I was 19 years old and got a fucking paid $300,000 to say what the fuck I lived. And that's the other part when I asked you what community you from. You keep acting like all of these people are coming out of nowhere saying, let me destroy the community and say some fucked up shit. Let me be clear.
You an artist?
The niggas who are saying the shit that they actually lived are saying the shit that they actually live. That's what art is about. I'm going to show you in an artistic way what I seen, what I went through, what I've been through, or the other. Now, if you want to take that and go, oh, that's fucking cool. I want to be a thug. I want to be a gangster. I want to sell drugs. Even though they 15 years out the goddamn trap house, that's on you. And we, to me, would be foolish, and I'm going to say it again, to expect the court gestures to take care of the famine in our land. They're entertainers. Why the fuck are we looking at the entertainers to take care of the education problem, to take care of the violence problem, to take care of the drug problem? These entertainers were part of the problem,
man. Because they established the ruling and the lifestyles that we living under and within right now.
Shit, if that's you, that's on you, not me. That's bullshit when it comes to me and my village.
But how many black people, how many of our people are inside of those institutions right now?
I don't know.
How many have you?
I don't know. They're not part of my village.
Have you lobbied? Have you lobbied to have any laws changed?
No.
Exactly. And now a lot of our people ain't doing that. But
exactly? Why are you always saying exactly?
Like myself,
at least tell me what the point is before screaming.
We have a complaint about what's being taught in schools, the laws that are being passed.
Who has a complaint about it?
Prison, but we're not doing anything to change it.
Who is
but we have a complaint.
Who is we? I ain't got no complaint.
It's us, bro.
Nah, ain't no we. I don't bullshit.
So all right, so now we're getting somewhere. So we talking about your kind versus our people.
What is my kind?
Your village versus our people.
If you want to put it that way.
Exactly.
If you want to put it that way. You love screaming exactly like you dropped the bomb. You didn't.
Brother, there's nothing wrong with that.
With what?
But having your own village with your own set of laws and your own morals and principles that you live by.
I know there's nothing wrong with that. I know that. You ain't got to tell me that.
You don't need me to say that.
It's something wrong that you don't.
You don't need me to say that.
What's wrong?
I'm steady trying, and look, you don't see how I'm steady trying to bridge a gap. I'm trying to make a connection with you, but you steady causing more separation, bro. I'm not
trying to cause separation. How am I causing separation? Hold on. Somebody just said the village is our people. Laugh my ass off. What are you talking about?
No, they not. Because all of these niggas ain't with us, bro. All of these niggas, you in Florida right now. Then why you focused on them? These niggas, them niggas in Florida don't even talk like you, dog. I done stayed in Florida, bro.
Then why are you focused on them? I done stayed
in Florida, bro. Them motherfuckers are you can barely understand what some of them other niggas are saying, bro.
Then why are you focused on them? You missing the whole point.
Because they still our people.
No, they're not.
Exactly. All right, so with that being said, if you can say that they're not our people, you got your own kind, bro. You
Okay,
got
if
your
you
own
want to say that,
you got
yes.
your own little
Yes,
village
yes.
with those type
Yep.
of people that operate with their own set of morals and principles
As you
outside of
should.
exactly. You can
Yes.
agree to that, right?
Yep. Hell yeah. Yep. Fucking
But
right.
that don't separate them from being the same type of people that we are here in America. And they don't separate them from
Yes, it do. Yes, the fuck it do. Fuck is you talking
All
about?
right.
Yes, the fuck it do. That's why you're
You're
saying
right.
that
Right.
you are being poisoned, that you are being controlled, that you are being influenced because you choose to roll with that mindset. My people's nobody that
I don't got no
nobody
village, bro. It's me and my girl, big dog.
nobody that calls himself a part of my village has ever said to me, man, these people is controlling me, man, these people poisoning me, man, these people influencing, man, what? I don't move with them type of people.
Actually,
so
I meet a lot of people. I work at a grocery store, dog. I meet a lot of people like that during the course of the day. I meet a lot of people that say we damned if we do, damned if we don't. I meet a lot of people that say, hold up.
That's not what I'm saying. Ain't no hold up. I ain't say shit like that.
I mean, a lot of people that can look at the shit that they eat.
Me and my peoples, we are not damned, bro.
Poison, and they doctors, and they still smoking fucking cigarettes or smoking.
Because doctors don't know shit about health. That ain't, what does that mean? Doctors don't know shit about no motherfucking diet and nutrition.
We talking about taking accountability, right?
Uh-huh.
I can take accountability. I'll give it to you all day, bro. I don't mind taking accountability, but at the end of the day, like you said, it's not on the rappers, it's on the parents, right?
Yeah.
Is it not on ourselves to take accountability as well?
Yeah.
And you listen to those artists that you listen to, right?
Yep.
And you have also agreed with the fact that these artists have admitted to knowing the influence that they have on people, right?
Yep.
So can you take accountability for your children being led into that life, even if they've been taught right? Because I know a lot of people. Let me finish.
There you go.
Because I know a lot of people. Personally,
I'm not gonna let you finish.
Let me finish. Right. Let me finish in the state, in the city that I grew up in, I've seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of young males like ourselves, right, with both their mother and their father around, that was trying to give them, trying to lead them on the right path, and they still chose to do bullshit. Exactly. They still chose to exactly. So it doesn't matter what you do as a parent. What's being said by people who have more influence than you do as a parent holds more weight.
Who the fuck got more influence on my kids than me as a parent?
I'm not saying specifically you. I'm saying in general. This is the situation that we're dealing with right now.
You're not listening.
You looking at your village. You looking at you and your village, bro. You're not looking at the whole.
No, I'm not
looking at everybody that's going.
Why would I look at the whole when the whole don't look at what the fuck they do? You not, bro. This conversation is pointless.
And that's why we can continue to make music about bullshit and not give a fuck.
No point.
Because people gonna listen to it anyway, and we gonna make money anyway.
You got damn right.
You got, and now you just helped me. You just helped me to prove you wrong. You don't even realize.
If you think so, because all I keep hearing you scream is exactly without hearing a point. Exactly what? What?
Maybe you should rewind. You should have children? You should listen to this shit over.
Do you have children?
You log out of this shit, then, bro.
Do you have children?
Yeah, I do.
So, are you telling me that other people influence your children more than you do?
The mother has more influence than I do.
Okay, so I already know how that is. If you was in the home, wait a minute. Do you spend time with your children though?
Yes, I do. But being the fact that they don't stay with me, the mother has more influence.
Okay.
And the craziest part about it is I can do as much as I can in being present or just sending information, videos to laugh at, sending in money, saying that I'm here if you need me. At the end of the day, they spend more time with their mother.
Okay.
That's the dominant influence.
Okay.
We're talking about a dominant influence here.
Okay. I ain't gonna touch that because I know what that's about, right? So I'll speak on my own self. I got 7 children, 3 baby mamas, and I don't bear witness that my influence on my children goes. I don't bear witness that there's a stronger influence on my children than me.
Okay.
even my
That's
oldest,
probably where we draw the line then, that bro.
right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't look for others outside of me to be responsible for my children's growth and development. It's not no rapper's fault. It's not no actor's fault. It's not no activist's fault of nothing that my children believe, think, or operate under.
And see, with that being said, that's the battle that I'm dealing with right now, because it's not just me versus her as an influence right now, but it's me versus her allowing them to believe that this is reality, or this is something they can comfortably gravitate to and learn from.
So, with that being said, it ain't my place to say that. I'll just say that.
Nah, be honest. I ain't gonna pull no punches with you, big dog. Don't do nothing to me.
So, as far as I'm concerned, I would say that if that's the case, you are lacking the understanding of what you need to teach your children. Like, how is somebody gonna be able to teach your children something that's some bullshit, and you sitting right next to them, and you don't know how to give them the understanding that is not?
Because they spend more time with their mother.
I mean, I understand that, but what does mother have to do? What does them spending time with their mother have to do when we are riding around and we are listening to music?
We're talking about a logical being versus somebody who has an emotional attachment to somebody they're around on a constant basis. That's a hell of a fight, bro.
I'll say it again.
That's a hell of a fight.
I got 3 baby mamas, and my children were with their mamas 90% of the time. And I had to fight to get my children. And when I did, I still installed these properties and these principles to them. I only need a weekend. I only need once every couple. Like, it's not hard to teach your children if you have a bond with them. Children trust their parents. So if they don't trust what you're saying, then there's apparently is a severed from a bond. There's a lot of individuals who don't have bonds with their children. It ain't just about being a parent. See what I'm saying?
They ain't always been absent, dog.
Okay, and that's why I said it ain't my place to say that.
That ain't always been the case.
I started with it ain't my place to say it. You said let it go, so I did. So if it's not the place, then leave it there. What I'm saying, as a man, nobody has had more influence to my children than me. And when my children were held from me and they were given permission finally to see me, my children let it be known 100% to my face. We know that shit wasn't your fault. We know what type of shit's going on over here.
I would love to live in that reality, but the fact of the matter is,
create it.
You're absolutely right. I should be able to do it, but it's still a battle. I'm not just dealing with that as an issue, bro. I'm also dealing with the fact that there's a whole nother personality inside of this little being that I'm trying to converse with and trying to give to, trying to educate, trying to love, that I'm dealing with outside of who they are.
I'm not understanding what that has. So are you telling me that when you tell your children that rappers and actors are not teachers, that this is education, that people get on here and they make rhymes and they say fly shit that they don't really do
believe it's real
for your entertainment?
They still believe what they listen to. They still believe what they listen to is real.
Can I finish what I'm saying? I'm asking you a question. You can't answer before you end the end of it.
I'm sorry.
The question is, when you explain all this to them, are you telling me that the mother of your children turns around and tells them, fuck your daddy, he don't know what he's talking about. These are teachers. These are our people. This is who you need to. You talking
She's telling them that they got their own mind. They can make up. To be honest,
she's right.
Yes,
and
she's right. But at the same time, if she's telling them that they got their own mind, that they can choose what they want to, and that I just got my own opinion, the same way anybody can tell me I just got my own opinion, then there's more of an influence that I'm battling.
You want to know why? Because no disrespect, but I'm gonna tell you like this: my children would be ashamed to hop on this video and listen to me tell the world that I think they're gonna do some stupid shit because they listen to a goddamn song. So I think that when you're saying what you're saying, I agree with your baby mama. She's telling them, you have your own mind. You're not controlled by nobody. And you're sitting here going, yes, you are. If you listen to this song, you're going to be a whore. You're going to be a crackhead. You're going to be a murderer. You're going to be a person. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, but it kind of is, though. It is. No, that's exactly what we're talking about.
I'm saying this shit is entertainment.
It is.
At the end of the day, I know, like you said earlier, I know how to separate, and like I said, I know how to separate entertainment from educational. I know how to separate was
But
beneficial
how
to
can you
listen
teach
to.
that? How can you teach that if you listen? You're saying that, but you don't believe it yourself because you're on this platform saying these rappers are responsible for the growth and development of my children. Which one is it?
Because
Do you understand that these motherfuckers are just
I'm still
entertainers,
battling
or
and
don't you?
still programming a certain mindset, bro. I can't battle. I'm battling the world right now, bro. I'm battling the world that's inside of their head, and I'm battling the world that was pretty much let to fester by their mother.
I don't think so.
You don't think so, but you have your own reality. You have your own perception. You got your own life that you're dealing with. And I'm happy for you and your kids. But the reality of the matter is not everybody is living that way. Not everybody has.
Somebody dropped something for you. They said these kids do get influenced when they step out of the parents' door. Let's be for real. We fight $1 million machine called Hollywood that projects frequencies into the world. Now, let me be, you say they're in support of what you're saying, just to be clear. Now, I'm going to be clear and say, on this platform is not telling me who this is. I don't know who I'm talking to. I just want to be clear when I say this. If you feel like when your kids leave the house, they get influenced more than outside sources than you, then you have an issue with the bond you have with your children. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who said that. But that's my response to that. That's how I feel. I'm going to stick to it. Anybody talking about the people out here, the kids, the friends, the music influences my children more than I do, then there is a lack of a bond with your children. Period. My children trust me.
Man, not all of these single mothers have time to be there with their kids if they the single mother and they got to work and then they don't have energy to come home and do
That's a whole nother subject.
But that still ties into what we dealing with, because at the end of the day, let me give you a perfect example. I was raised by a single mother, dog, and the situations that I've had to deal with my single mothers, not what my single mother, pardon, the situation that I had to deal with my single mother, she had very little patience with me. And so little patience, and then what makes it even worse is she seen my father in me. That's all. That's another subject by itself. You see what I'm saying? If anything, that's another subject. But not that I don't want to digress. With that being said, she's coming home. She has very little patience with me. If I done got into trouble for being just an angry ass kid because I ain't got my father around, because I'm always getting beat by my motherfucking mother, right? Now there's a resentment that it's safe to say is kind of the reason why we look at women the way we do as young men, or at least in this generation. But that's neither here nor there either.
No,
now there's resentment against my mother. I don't even want to listen to her. And then I got my uncles around who are, you know what I'm saying, whether they sell drugs, whether they didn't been locked up before, whether they pimping women, whether they doing this, it don't even matter. I'm still picking up on that. I'm still hold on, look.
Go ahead.
I'm still picking up on that, right? And then at the same time, the women are respecting these type of men. My brain and a child's brain is picking up on all of that. It's picking up on all of that. And I'm saying again, if you have that situation festering as a father being away from his children, that's a whole nother world and worlds that you battling. You're not just trying to convince your child that he can trust you or she can trust you. You dealing with the perception of, all right, my mother is not there, and when she is here, she ain't got no patience for me. I see the way these niggas living, and I see how these people on TV, and I see how these women are respecting these men, right? I'm gonna do what they doing, and that's why you got so many young boys that grow up and they in the neighborhoods, even when they ain't got to be in the neighborhoods, doing shit to survive, even when they got one parent around or both parents around that really give a fuck about their well-being and them becoming somebody and growing into a functional adult or functional person in general. That's what we dealing with. And so with that being said, you got a lot of people, and that's the only reason. That's the only reason why I can say I relate to what the brother was saying. Is not, to be honest with you, a lot of what the other shit that he was saying, I relate very little to. But at the end of the day, what the brother was saying about this situation is something that I hold dearly, because I've experienced it and I've seen other people experience it and I've seen youth experience it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you can shake your head to that and say you understand, because if there's anything that we can agree on the fact that if their mothers is filling their head with a bunch of bullshit. As a father, we still got a whole nother we still got more than one world, more than 2, 3, 4 worlds that we battling right now. You know what I'm saying? And then and we can only be around, but so much their mother has the influence, and they saying you ain't got to listen to him. We got so many women that say, I know what your father said, but you can do this because I said so. I'll handle your father. I take care of this. And they go against the dominant role.
So we got a few comments coming in. Somebody said it don't matter if you have a bond with your kids, ain't spending time.
Where are these comments? I need to see these shits, man.
Okay, got you. Let me see. All right, here go one. It don't matter if you have a bond with your kids, you ain't spending time with you 24/7, especially in their public school. Again, it says Facebook user. I don't know who I'm talking to, so don't take it the wrong way.
Hold on, let me shut my door real fast. Hold on.
Go ahead, do your thing. I'm gonna respond to this. It don't matter if you have a bond with your kids. That first part of the sentence just threw me the fuck off. Really? It don't matter if you got a bond with your. I'm just gonna leave that at that.
Nah.
No disrespect, but you got me fucked up with
that one.
Yes, the fuck it do matter. Yes, it do. If you ain't got no bond with your kids and they out here doing some wild shit, that's the fucking reason why. Yes, a lack of a bond with your children, and just it's so many parents nowadays that see us as dominant to our children because they're young, and that's part of the problem. To actually even say it don't matter if you got a bond with your kids, it just is a fucking like, wait, what kind of comment to me? So, somebody says true. Heart goes out to this brother. Prissy, I think pray your reality begins to reflect what you would like to see. So I thank you for that, because I understand, you know what I'm saying? Because you shared, you know what I'm saying? You shared some very, so yeah. Let me see. What else? As a man, though, you have to choose different women and be mindful of where you plant your seed. Okay. Now I'm going listen, before the brother even get to finish himself, I'm gonna say this is a whole nother conversation. Because we
can do that one tomorrow.
Yeah, we all have found ourselves with individuals that we have questioned ourselves about at a later point in time. But I do agree with them. Because I always say a lot of the shit that we talk about having a problem with right now is because we don't do the shit we're supposed to do when we're supposed to do it. People don't have no courting. People don't know how to fucking date. People ain't having no conversations before they throw each other genitals in each other's mouths. So motherfuckers end up in relationships and with kids with people before they even know what the fuck they dramas and traumas is. So I agree. There needs to be a new courting system within our villages, society, period. So but yeah, that's another conversation. Reggie, if you want to respond.
Well, shit. That's one we're gonna save for a later moment. I got a lot to say about that.
Facts, me too. You got kids that grow up in suburban homes, good environment, good parents, and still go outside and want to hang in the hood because of the music.
That's what I was saying.
And you want to know a lot of times why? Because of the mindsets of the parents. Okay, hold on. Ain't T.I.'s son going through the same shit? And he a rapper. And
hey, time out.
Right?
Time out. Look,
all right.
I'm not gonna speak. I don't want to speak on that subject because I don't know that man personally. I'm not in that household. All I can speak is from my own individual experience and observations. You know what I mean? I'm speaking about a very specific person when I speak on this subject, right? I know I used to grow up down the street with him. He was a blood. With all due respect, you know what I'm saying, to people in that, you know what I'm saying, that gang or whatever. He was a blood. And his mom's was a church-going woman. His dad was there, even if he wasn't emotionally there, or what, know what I'm saying, emotionally present, he was still there, and they still tried to raise him up from my observation, you know what I'm saying, to be able to thrive, right? And he was more influenced by his neighborhood. He was more influenced by the people he went to school with. know what I'm saying, and the people he went to school with, and you got different qualities of school. You got some schools that are really, really prep schools, and you got some schools that only little niggas in the hood go to. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it actually speaks to what you were saying earlier, that we I think you said you said something about us not, I can't remember what it was. You said something about the schools and the government, you know what I'm saying, the things of that nature. We kind of accept what it is that.
Yeah, the systems. Y'all run to that shit. Y'all look to that shit to save y'all. All the systems. You goddamn right. Yes. Yes. And okay, so we got some comments over here. They trying to get me hyped. Wait, I'm about to talk some shit. I always tell people, talk to me. I talk back. Talk some shit, because I talk that. There's people in here talking shit, so I got to talk back. So listen, the person that said they don't ask kids to disregard, all right, if your kid is looking for that, there's something missing in the house. Thank you to whoever said that. Now, and then the next person said, again, back to self. Y'all not getting out of being accountable. LMAO, sorry. So,
should we hold each other accountable?
To do what we say we're going to do, yeah.
Exactly. So what is the problem with me holding some of these artists accountable for what?
Because they didn't say they was going to teach your goddamn children. They said they was going to put out records to get money and make money.
But we know that our children are listening to these people.
See, there you go again. Accountability. Accountability means your fucking choice, not them. So this was the next one I seen, and I was like, wait, what? If I put poison in the air, everyone's going to breathe it. Be for real. If you put a fucking album out, is everybody gonna listen to it? No.
That's what they play. They play toxic shit on the radio,
bruh. And if you turned on the fucking radio, who's the fool? If they say, if motherfuckers, this shit been going on 30 plus years. If motherfuckers say, hey, y'all know they putting poisonous chemicals out that vat right over there, and a motherfucker go over there and say, here? Oh shit, I'm dizzy. Who the fuck? You?
But at the end of the day, a lot of us don't even have a choice but to be. A lot of us don't even have a choice but to be privy to that shit, man. Because it's
bullshit. It says y'all make excuses for these rappers and what's going on in society. I don't need to make an excuse for them because they're not fucking responsible for my reality. Y'all are trying to leave accountability and place. Listen, if you are a whore, you're not gonna tell me the music made you a whore. If you're a drug dealer, you're not finna tell me the music made you a drug dealer. If you killing niggas, you're not finna tell me the music made you kill niggas. Because if you telling me all that, then you just weak. Period. So all this, we gotta hold the rappers accountable for what? Half of this shit, they trying to get people to listen to their shit.
I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. Hold on, before we go any further, right? Let me say this, right? Hold on, our kids are not listening to the same on as 85% reason. So anyway, I don't necessarily believe that, but let me say
you don't have to believe it. They say no. There's somebody in the village. They're saying our kids don't listen to the same. Do you know what 85% are?
Let me say this, right? Let me say this, right? With all due respect to a lot of the artists that have been doing music for the last couple of generations, right? We do know that hip hop was hijacked, and I said that at the beginning of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? We got COINTELPRO, we got different mafias and cartels to thank for that. So at the end of the day, if as a community or as a village, we ain't willing to attack that as an issue, then I feel like personally a lot of this conversation is null and void because you ain't looking at what the real issue is. And we know because a lot of rappers then got out and said they sold their soul, or they don't even like making the type of music that they making. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, a lot of that shit is not even, I wouldn't say it's credible, but we still have people that's listening to it and hold that shit dearly. We got people, you know what I'm saying? You shaking your head. You
this conversation is kind of
you got people that's still heavily
you sitting around worried about what another motherfucker listen to.
Because at the end of the day, my kids got to go to school with these motherfuckers, dog.
Your kids are them. What are you talking about? You just said that.
That's not the intention, though. That's not the intention. I'm still battling against a world that's going on in their head that they think is fucking real, and it's not fucking real.
And you don't have the ability to give them the understanding that it's not real. That's some shit for me. That's some shit for me.
Hey, look, I do the very best I can.
And so you think that since I can't give the understanding to my children that this is real, I need to have a problem with all of the artists.
I can say this is real and this is entertainment, but at the end of the day, if they listen to entertainment and take it as real and can't tell the difference, even with me saying what's real and what's entertainment, or they don't want to believe me, or they be like, oh nah, this he really did this, that, or we really, and you still listening to it, you know what I'm saying? I'm still battling against the world that I shouldn't have to be fucking battling against, because I would think that you really believe me when I say this shit is not real. But if I ain't got, like, for example, we talking about mothers, if I ain't got them on our side, on my side, saying that, hey, what he's saying is right, and most of the time they telling their children, you know what I'm saying? All of our community is telling their children, you ain't got to listen to your daddy if they separated because I say this, I say that, your daddy ain't shit.
All of our community is saying that.
There's a lot of women that do that shit, bro. There's a lot of women that do that shit, bro. There's a lot of women.
Yeah, there are. And there's a lot of men who leave their families. There's a lot of men beat women up. There's a lot of women who cheat on. Like, why do people use all of these? People do this as if it's like
because at one point in time we was on a good stride, bro. What happened to the stride that we was on? At one point in time, we was got to go walking around in tuxedos, and motherfuckers was everybody. All of the black people in America looked like they were in the fucking mafia as well. We had people that were all thinking on the wavelength that Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was thinking on, whether it be peaceful or whether they just be somebody that really is really militant. Everybody was thinking on a high frequency. Hold on. If we talking just vibration, as the brother says, you cannot believe listening to a gangster rapper gonna trump somebody vibrating already at a high frequency. If any.
Exactly.
I agree with you, but not everybody is living in that reality, bro. Sometimes hold on, let me finish.
Who made you responsible for those who not?
Sometimes,
see, that's what I'm confused about.
Because we all still my people. That's still my people. At the end of the day, guess what? We all make decisions. Sometimes we have sex with the women and have children with the women that are low vibrational women. I know there's a lot of men out here that's done that. And even though they're trying to teach their children how to be high vibrational or high functional beings, we still have a high or low vibrational or low functional being that's going against that shit. And if we ain't doing our part, if we ain't in that child's life, and there's a lot of times where I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm still battling. I could call motherfuckers and say, hey, can I speak to my son? Can I speak to my daughter? And they don't want to talk to you because they're going through their own things right now. They got this, that, and the third going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm still battling with a whole nother. I still got motherfuckers isolating children from me. And that's a situation that a lot of people go through. There's a lot of situations where women go and they try to take and literally say, you can't see your son, you can't see your fucking daughter. And that's what the fuck happens.
Yeah,
and they still are all our people. Thank you. Our people. Whether you say that that's a village, your village, you got your village, or you got your type of people that you just chill around because they have a certain principle and moral that they deal with and they live by. They're still our people. They still in the same situation. Exactly. And not everybody want to free themselves. Some people are willing to be fucking slaves.
Yeah, but you're still trying to save them because that's what this whole conversation about.
I can't help it.
You got a problem for every solution. You one of them brothers who got a problem for every solution.
Huh?
You one of them brothers that got a problem for every solution. I'm sitting here talking about what we do, what we have the ability to do, how you can operate, how you can.
You know why that's the case?
And all you keep talking about is, but what about the people who don't? But what about the people who don't?
You know why that's the case? Because as soon as we solve one problem, there's another problem.
No. Bullshit. No, that's the point. You keep seeing more problems.
It's not, man. Just because you solve one problem don't mean that all of this shit gonna go the fuck away. At the end of the day, there's still levels to this shit. We didn't, as a matter of fact,
I'll give you a perfect example. I'll give you a perfect hold up.
So you know that there's levels to the shit. So I ain't even gotta give you an example. So at the end of the day, it's not that I got a problem for every solution, but once you get past one layer of an onion, you got another layer of an onion that you need to get through before you get to it. Exactly. And this is what I'm getting to. That's exactly the point that I'm getting to.
Yeah, but
we still having to go through that.
We
still having to go through those layers.
Let me see what you missing out on. is you are responsible for your reality. And everybody that you keep talking about, like you got to go save them, like this is called the oppression trap triangle. This is what you're speaking from. I talk about it all the time. The oppression trap triangle. Draw a triangle at the bottom right, victim, on the side right, villain, and on the other side right, victor. Some people trying to save everybody. Other people, I'm a victim. Other people, I'll save you. Bruh, save your fucking self. So the idea of saying, oh, these rappers, they need to do this so my community can be better, you sound like a victim. I mean, a victor. Like I'm going to save my community by oppressing the rapper.
So is it safe to say that the shit that we have playing on the airwaves right now isn't affecting our community in a way that could put us
you're doing it again. You're doing it again, bro. You're doing it again. If I'm gonna say it again, if the what's on the radio is affecting you and your community,
this is pseudo shit, and people don't realize where right is being turned into wrong and wrong is being turned into right. We have a responsibility to our community. So at the end of the day,
we who? I'm asking you a question. You saying we have a responsibility to our community?
We black men. We black men.
So you saying every black man?
Every black man that knows what the fuck is going on in this country has a responsibility to their people. Yes.
Oh, there you go. Be specific. How many of these rappers know what the fuck is going on?
A lot of them do. They rap about it every fucking day.
Hold on. Did you not just tell me that 30 years later these motherfuckers become?
I ain't say all of them do. I say a lot of them do.
A lot of them come forward and say that they didn't even know what the fuck they saying.
Yes, they did.
Okay, so listen to what the fuck you saying, God. You still
but a lot of them also
waiting for people
to make that
who you have known for 30 years.
A lot of them still continue to make that same type of music.
You are waiting around for 30 years plus. These rappers have been coming out as stupid, and you are sitting here going, they are responsible for my reality. Individuals who are constantly coming forward saying, I'm stupid than a motherfucker. These are the people that you are looking to be responsible for your reality. To me, that's stupid than a motherfucker.
A lot of them are still making that type of music, dog.
There you go. So the fuck what? What the fuck does that have to do with your reality? This is again accountability. We can keep going back and forth. Just say, I'm not going to be accountable for my reality, so I'm going to blame anybody that I can think of. Because that's all the fuck I'm hearing. The rappers is the reason why you don't have a bond, why you can't talk to your children, why they won't believe. It's the rapper's fault. If it's the rapper's fault, then there's a lot more shit you need to be focused on, bro. Because as a black man, I ain't never said that shit. So that's what I'm saying. You keep saying we have a responsibility. My responsibility is not to look at the rap artists and say, why don't y'all change my community? My responsibility is to change my community. And you want to know something? That's what I do daily.
So I'm not supposed to have a problem with the people that are altering the reality of these youth that listen to their music while I'm trying to do what I'm doing to change the reality.
The question is, how are those youth letting their reality be transformed by these individuals? It's not I don't know why you're not catching the point. It's not for the entertainers to change what the fuck they saying because you don't know how to teach the difference between entertainment and education. And the fact that you are actually on a live broadcast fighting the idea of it's their fault that the children think like this shows that you don't take the responsibility for your community. Ain't no motherfucking youth gonna come up around me and don't know the difference between music and reality. I'm not sitting around waiting on somebody to give me permission to teach the youth.
All right, so let me put it. Hold up. So we all heard the phrase that life reflects art and art reflects life, right?
Uh-huh.
So we know the relationship between art and music, right? It's supposed to reflect the life that we live, right?
No, art isn't supposed to do anything.
So it's imaginary?
Art isn't supposed to do anything. If a motherfucker's an artist, who the fuck are you to
now you ain't taking accountability, dog.
I'm gonna say it again. If a person is an artist, who the fuck are you to tell them what the fuck they should paint? The fuck is you talking about? Accountability. It's called
I'm not telling a person what they can and can't paint.
Then what the fuck
but we do know that one is a reflection of the other, right?
Art is a reflection of what the fuck they live. Who the fuck are you to tell them not to say that shit? Who the fuck are we to tell a motherfucking artist, don't paint that picture? Because if my kids see it, they're gonna rape somebody. Then you have a fucking serious problem with you and your children's fucking relationship. This is a lack of accountability. Black people always want to blame somebody else.
My question is, how do you paint something that is obviously destructive and you know people are going to take in and then act like
you keep saying you know that people are gonna. They don't know what the fuck you gonna do with it. They know what the fuck they felt when they put it out.
Did you hear the question?
Yeah, I heard the question. You ain't hear me respond to it?
What did I ask you?
What did I say?
We're playing back and forth games, right? I'm not trying
Nigga,
to.
I just answered the goddamn question. You gonna ask me what did I say?
I can tell you what I said.
Okay, go ahead. I answered the question already. I already answered the question.
It sounds like you're doing a whole lot more reacting than responding right now.
If that's how you feel, I answered the fucking question.
Life reflects art, right? Right? Life reflects art, right?
Are you asking me that?
Yes.
I would say art reflects life. You putting the cart before the horse, but if that's
art reflects life. All right, cool. Yeah. Art reflects life, right?
Yeah.
So one is an expression to pretty much depict what's going on in our life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if people can take that as real, the art as real, that can have an influence on them, right? Right?
Yep.
So why shouldn't we hold the artist responsible for destruction if that shit is a destruction?
Because that's some weak ass shit, my nigga. Because that's some weak ass shit. That's why. Fuck all that. I ain't even finna keep pussyfooting with you. Because that's some weak ass shit.
Any but that's exactly what's happening.
No, it's not. That's some weak ass shit. Any nigga sitting around saying the art made me do it, you a pussy ass nigga. Period.
Hey, bro, do you know how many artists have made songs about how their music? They done literally made songs about how their music influenced the person to do this and that. As a matter of fact, perfect example, Eminem Stan. You remember that song?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
you remember the interview? Did you see the interview that he had when that song came out?
I don't recall what you're talking about. What interview?
The interview was based on the fact that artists are making music and people take that shit as real and live that shit out.
Yeah, that's what you keep saying through this whole damn video. What's your point? So fucking what? They weak.
The point is, at the end of the day, you have people that realize that shit, and then they start making different music. They start portraying art in their life in different ways. They go through rehab. They start to do certain shit different. They talk about different shit. But then you got artists that are aware of what the fuck they saying and the images that they put out, and they continue to fucking do it.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I just said it. Future said he don't even
do when do we hold the artists accountable for what the fuck they doing?
Why you keep asking the same question?
Because I'm gonna ask you a question.
I'm gonna ask you a question. When you want to be a puss ass nigga, that's when. That's when. That's when. When you want to be a puss ass nigga, then you hold an artist responsible for some shit that somebody else did.
But we just agreed with the fact that
we didn't.
Women can have more influence over our children than we can.
No, who agreed to that? I didn't agree to that.
I
said that my influence has not been superseded.
Right.
Yeah, let me post that shit up. Exactly. Bruh.
Wait, let me see these comments, dog.
I'm posting them all.
You posting the ones that you picking.
Bruh, I'm going through them, reading them. I mean, putting them up in order. The only ones that okay, hold on. I'll show you this one. I skipped this one. Art reflects life. And I skipped this one.
Exactly. So I want to see the rest of what's being said. Because at the end of the day,
actually, hold on. Say they spraying that's like saying, so what? They spraying chemtrails in the air. Is it really? You're comparing air that's being breathed to music that you choose to fucking listen to. If you say so, any of y'all who are finding somebody else to put the blame on because you are too ignorant to understand the difference between entertainment and reality, that's on you.
Can I touch that real fast?
Huh?
Can I touch that real fast?
You've been touching it the whole time.
All right, so look, a virus is something that anybody can fucking catch, right? A virus is something that anybody can catch, right?
Go ahead, build. I'm listening. I ain't got to write or not.
Is it safe to say? Is it safe to say that some of these artists are fucking viruses, and some of these artists are agents?
If you're
a virus in the system.
If your immune system that weak, yeah. My immune
and
system
everybody's immune system ain't as strong as yours, dog.
Hey, guess whose fault that is?
That's not nobody's fault.
It is bullshit. See, lacking accountability. This is why this.
It's not nobody's fault, bro. At the end of the day, you're gonna blame a fucking child for catching a fucking virus?
Yeah. Or their parent.
It's nobody's fucking fault. It happens, dog. Everybody, they shut down the entire planet when COVID hit, dog.
You know why? To stop the virus from spreading. Stay your ass at home. Shelter in place.
Oh my God, are you hearing yourself right now?
So are you telling me right now that if nobody in your family got the virus and you stay your ass home, keep your doors closed, that the actual capacity for you to catch that virus wasn't lowered? Is that what you're telling me? That I'm on some bullshit?
I'm not saying that. I'm trying to, if anything, I'm trying to find ways to connect with you, bro.
I have children.
I'm trying to find ways to connect with you.
My baby was born. My baby was born during the COVID fucking situation. Let me be clear. And you want to know what I said? My baby's not going nowhere, and nobody will come over my house and see my baby if you have not had Cambo within the last.
Long story short, man, it's nobody's fault that you catch a fucking.
Ain't no long story short. I'm motherfucking talking right now. Ain't no long story short. You can't short my mother. No. Fuck all that. Hold on. No. I had the floor. You can't just shut my story down. I'm making a point.
I'm not trying to set your story down.
You asked the question. I'm in the process.
The point that I'm making, or I'm
asked the question. No. It wasn't for you to make a point. You asked me a question, and I'm answering it. Just like this motherfucker saying what they spraying chemtrail. You asked me what I say is the baby's fault for catching the virus. And I said, or the parent. And I'm being clear with a real life fucking situation. So back to what the fuck I was saying. My child was born in the midst of the COVID pandemic.
Do you make music? Do you make music?
So with that being said,
you're an artist.
So fuck what I'm talking about.
I want to see some of your art.
So fuck what I'm talking about, huh?
No, I just want to see some of your art.
I'm in the middle of fucking saying something, and you want to be like, yo, fuck what you talking about. Do I listen to music? Fuck music. Fuck that weak ass shit. Is we gonna stay on point or not? That was real fucked up. Like when we going back and forth, it's cool. But you literally stopped for like 30 seconds and then jumped in like, man, fuck what this nigga talking about. You listen to music?
That's because like, I wasn't just making a fucking point. There's got to be some balance to it, man.
It is balance. We going back and forth, brethren. I let you make your point. You asked me a question, and now I'm answering it. You like a fuck.
So you ain't cut me off at all in this conversation that we had.
And when we catch each other, we give it up. That's why I said, now that shit was about, because you literally
you see why I'm trying to make a connection with you.
Bruh, I was in the motherfucker who was in the middle of saying something. How you making a connection in the middle of me answering a question you asked me? That's all I'm saying.
You don't even know if I'm trying to agree with you right now or not.
I don't need you to agree with me. I need you to let me motherfucking finish my statement. That was what I was looking for. You asked me a question, I'm in the middle of answering it, and you like, man, fuck all that.
My bad, man. Go ahead. My bad, man. My bad. Go ahead.
Matter of fact, I'll make it short for you. My babies didn't get viruses because my baby was too young to take Cambo. So with that being said, I know it's a fucking virus going around, so guess what I didn't do? Take my baby nowhere where the shit was at, or allow people to be in the midst of my baby unless they had Cambo. So you're asking me a question. If it wasn't my baby's fault to get the virus, then it was my fucking fault. So all these people talking about, oh, the shit be in the air. Music is not in the fucking air. Do you listen to music with your kids? Let me tell you what I don't do. I don't tell my children what the fuck to not listen to, like a lot of parents do. I don't. Play that shit. Let me hear it too. And I respond as I'm hearing it. This is how you gain trust with you listen to what the fuck you want. But man, that's some ignorant ass shit. I wouldn't want no motherfucking woman think like that. Hell no, I'm not hanging with no nigga who say shit like that. This is the type of shit I say around my children. You know why? Because they respect me. They trust me. So when they hear me saying shit like, oh, hell no. I wish I would fuck with a bitch like that. I say that shit around my daughter while she listening to some ratchet shit. I wish I would. Oh my goodness, this is shit you listen to? Hell no. That's some ignorant shit. That bitch stupid. I wouldn't dare. Why my son listening to this shit? I'm like, man, that nigga sound fake as fuck. Son, let me ask you a question. If all these niggas killers, where the bodies at? Huh? You really believe this shit? You don't have the mental capacity to speak to your... I ain't got to go back into that. I do. I have the capacity to speak to my children to get them an understanding. Blame the parents for the child getting sick. What the fuck? Laughing my ass off. What the fuck? Laughing my ass off? If you say so. Lack of accountability. If my child got sick, of course it's my fucking fault. What the fuck are we talking about here? Who the fuck? My kids never get sick, and I made sure of it. Herbal preparations, prayer, meditation. So clearly, those are two different people, because that's what the fuck I'm talking about. So let me go ahead and put this up. Blame the parents for the child getting sick? What the fuck? Laughing my ass off. Yes. Who feeds that child? Who educates that child? Who protects that child? Who puts the coat on? Who gives them the herbs or the supplements to keep their immune system high? Apparently, not you. My kids never get sick, and I make sure of it. Herbal preparations, prayer, meditation. So here we have somebody saying it is on me whether my children get sick or not. And I am one of these people, whoever that was before that said that or insinuated to the fact that they children get sick, got shit to do with them. That's very interesting. And I'll leave that at that. I had a baby.
Hold on. Time out.
Go ahead. It's
Time
on
out.
you. It's on
Time
you. Your
out.
turn.
I just clicked on the goddamn comments link. Let me look at these comments real fast.
Yeah. That's why I'm posting them up. Go ahead.
You was posting them up, but I didn't realize I don't know how to use this shit.
So okay, I got
you. Hold up.
You want me to go back a little bit?
No.
All right. So
I'm just trying to.
So one of them said we work to get immunity, because again, we talk about the virus shit, so that kind of came up. And then the next person was responding to what I said when you asked me, would I blame a child for getting sick? Nah, if not the child, then the parent. Because some people be like, boy, go put a coat on. Your kids, y'all know these new fucking kids. They got hoodies on when it's 100 degrees out, but when it's 30 below, these motherfuckers got on wife beaters. Yeah, now that is some ignorance that my son does. And if he gets sick, yeah, I'm going to blame him. Fuck you mean? I taught you the other way. But what I think that my son be doing is conditioning himself, because he heard me speak about being in the military and being conditioned to certain weather patterns. So I believe that's kind of what the fuck he be doing. But I still say it's retarded. But at the same time, yes, I am one of those who would say that it is the parents and the child's responsibility to keep them, so that was that one. You wanted to respond to this? I'm going to go to the next one.
I'm just looking at some of these old joints, man.
Okay. So the next one was when the shorty said, my kids, or I'm assuming it was a woman, my kids never get sick, and I make sure of it.
People learn from music. All right, so can we address that one real fast? Because that was one that you missed as well.
Okay.
People learn from music. Entertainment is education. You sang the ABCs. That's music. Music teaches. Again, you still not.
I ain't talking about music. I'm talking about entertainment.
But it was man. Look, it was made into
entertainment.
It was education being made into entertainment, man.
What?
People,
and
the brain is gonna differentiate between the two when you know the difference, when you know what's bullshit, and when you know what you can learn from.
And who the fuck is supposed to teach that?
But not everybody is gonna have that teacher around.
Who's supposed to teach that?
Not everybody's gonna have that teacher around.
Who is supposed to teach that? I'm asking the question. You're avoiding the question. Who's supposed to teach it? The rappers? You telling me the rappers are supposed to teach your children the difference between reality? See what I'm saying? You don't even want to say it out loud, but you know it sounds ignorant.
I put it to you like this. You right. You right. But there's a reason, like you said, that people gravitate towards your page because of the positive content that you post, right?
No, I didn't say that. No, that's not what I said.
All right, so can you redo that?
I was saying that basically what you said about people being attracted to negativity is correct, because I have a lot of people who jump on my page and respond to controversial shit. But what I said to you was, for you to say that people don't see positive shit, so you have to operate in negativity, is bullshit, because I don't give a fuck about how many times people respond to the controversial shit. I have people who will call me and tell me the positive shit you said motivated me. That shit you said on this got me to do this, got me to act like this, got me to realize this. They don't have to post it. I've had people call me and tell me that video you did really changed my life. They didn't even respond on the phone. Yeah, do you think everybody that watched this video responded to it?
I don't think so. I give you that. I don't think so. But right. What I will say is this, right? the amount of people that gravitate towards shit that's negative, shit that they can complain about, you know what I'm saying? Shit that they got a problem with in comparison to something that they can just agree with. Like, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna keep scrolling. People don't engage with shit that's positive.
But why does that matter to us?
Why does it matter? Because people at the same time, I hate to say it, but they seek validation. They seek for that shit that they said. They seek for the shit. Hold on, let me finish. It's no different from a child. It's no different from a child doing something right. And that child might be looking for the parent or for somebody to say, hey, I see you, I respect that, I like that. And people need that. A lot of people act like they don't need validation, and that's cool. Some people really don't need validation because they done had more of enough of it in their life. But there's a lot of people, maybe even more, that need a reminder, hey, I see you, I appreciate what you did, which is probably why you get calls from folks that say, hey, I appreciate that video that you did, blase, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? What all I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of shit that's being put out there right now that we as a community have to be responsible and hold each other accountable for, not just ourselves when we do some fuck shit. And that's where we draw the line at, and that's fine. That's fine. I believe that we should hold each other accountable. You should believe that you should only hold yourself accountable, and you should only hold your. Do you believe
No, that's not what I said. I said we hold the people accountable for what they say they're gonna do. You keep missing the fucking point. You keep missing the fucking point. Because you keep talking about holding somebody else accountable for some shit that they never. Ain't none one of these rappers told you that they gonna fucking educate your goddamn kids. So how the fuck? What the fuck make you think you gonna hold a nigga accountable for not teaching your child right? And they ain't never told you they was gonna do that. Them niggas said I was gonna fuck bitches, make a lot of money, and get my mom out the fucking hood. The fuck is you talking about? No, I'm not here to hold no fucking rapper accountable. I'm here to listen to them because they're entertaining. You know who I hold accountable? Men who sit on platforms and say they're here for our people. Let's get back to that bitch ass nigga.
That's Charleston what we're talking about. We're talking about
exactly
a platform and
but
how
you're not holding that nigga accountable. Not once have you held him accountable. Every fucking thing that somebody has told you that he said was out of pocket, you tried to avoid it. Oh, but I mean, what about rappers though? Who gives a fuck about a rapper saying some shit? This is a nigga who says he's an activist. I'm gonna hold him accountable, not Method Man. Not Method Man. Method Man ain't never came on no platform and said, man, my music is here to goddamn educate your children. This nigga, Charleston White, came and talked about the Tamir Rice and the nigga who couldn't breathe and all of this other shit that touches our soul, then to turn around and to disrespect black people, to disrespect our women, to speak about killing our people and putting them in jail and then laughing about it.
Time out. Hold on.
Let's hold him accountable. That's who needs to be held accountable. Rappers and entertainers are fucking actors and actresses. They don't need to be held accountable no more than Arnold Schwarzenegger need to be held accountable for playing a Terminator. And any of y'all out there that think that these rappers owe y'all fucking something and that they need to be checked, you need to do some fucking homework, meaning some work at home.
There's a lot of messages being put in these movies and in this music, dog.
There you go. There you go. If that's what you know what? You sound like a follower. You know why I'm not worried about what the fuck they say in the music? Because I'm not following them.
In order to be a good leader,
you sound like a follower. How the fuck is somebody else responsible for you failing?
Leader, you need to be a good follower.
How was somebody else responsible
what to follow? I know what to listen to. I know what they're
apparently not. You listen to rappers. You think it's up to the rappers to educate our motherfucking youth?
No, I think it's up for us to be responsible for each other.
Us who?
Our people.
I'm not looking for my fucking people to be accountable for me. I'm accountable for my motherfucking.
And that's why you got your own village.
Yeah, and that's why you are failing at the shit that you are trying to succeed in. Because you looking at everybody else to be responsible for your motherfucking shit.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, put that up. Say what? That's the classic follower statement. I'm going to blame another motherfucker for my reality. I'm going to blame rappers for my lack of being a parent. I'm going to blame society for my lack of being a mother. I'm going to blame men for my lack of having somebody take care of me. I'm going to blame women for my lack of being able to hold down a responsible relationship without putting my hands on a motherfucker. All of this shit is victim talk, bruh. Ain't nobody else responsible for my fucking reality. Not no rapper, not no woman, not no motherfucking bad baby daddy. I stand on that shit, period. Always have. And I show and prove it through how I walk. Period. You keep going back to somebody else's fault that my reality is. They need to be held accountable because I don't like the life that I'm seeing. What? And you know, the part of somebody else being accountable for my lack of is bad enough, but then you're actually trying to hold entertainers accountable for your lack of. Come on, bro. Do you hear what we are talking about? Do you hear what we are literally saying to each other? It's rappers' fault that my reality is the way it is. It has nothing to do with me, the women I've got with, the way I've operated. Listen, it ain't nobody's fault.
I'll say this, right? I hold myself accountable, but at the same time, reality is for me is that there's a lot of people that take in what they receive from the population, and it's heavily influenced by what they see and what they hear and what they put inside of their body.
Again. You keep trying to use somebody else.
Hold up, let me finish it because I didn't let you go on for a minute.
Go ahead.
Right? Again, you still not paying attention to the fact that I can say, hey, look, I know I need to be responsible for my own shit. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I'm probably too responsible for my own shit. If my girl was here right now, she'd tell you that I take on a lot of people's problems, and I shouldn't have to take on a lot of other people's problems like they're mine and blame myself or guilt myself for the shit. At the end of the day, my people are my responsibility.
No, they're not.
So at the end, responsibility. You right. You entitled to that. You entitled to the reality, bro. But at the end of the day, I can't live like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like personally, and I'm gonna say that's how I feel. I feel like personally, I have a responsibility to people that are around me that might gravitate to my circle. I feel like they're a reflection of who I am. I feel like these people are attracted to me for a reason. I feel like life doesn't happen to me, it happens for me. So I need to respond properly so that I can see how the relationship is with myself, because all of that shit is a reflection of what's going on inside of me. That's how I think. It's fine that you think the way that you think. I respect that. Again, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have to accept the reality that I accept, but this is just how I think.
Okay. Indeed. And there we have it.
I can't wait to do this with you again, though.
Bro, I do this shit all the time. It's nothing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's nothing to me.
It was a good exercise. I needed it, man.
I mean,
just stop accepting your bullshit reality. Man, we live in some bullshit, bro. This.
Who is we? Who is we? Bullshit. Who is we?
Huh?
You keep using that we word. No, I say I.
But look, I can't close my eyes to some of the shit that's going on in this reality, bro.
I ain't say close your eyes. I said you. No. When you say we, you include other people. Hold on. Here we go. They with me. I do not. You accept that shit. And
that's fine. And exactly. You got some people that live in their own world, and then you got some people that live in the real world. That's fine.
If that's how you see it. And it's funny because you refer to that as the real world. And now we understand why you in the place you in. Listen to what you just said. You got people who live in their own world, and you got people who live in the real world. You don't even know what the fuck the Matrix is.
What's real?
That's what they said.
What's real is there's still shit going on out in our communities that we can't turn a blind eye to.
Who can't?
What's real is even though we can live in our own reality and have our own mindset and have our own perception on shit. Let me finish. Because you know what I'm saying? They ask. The reality is that I'm abundant. So, all right, that's fine. That's fine. You protected, you solving all that good stuff. All right, it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
and it's fine that you not.
Reality is,
And it's fine that you not.
Reality is, there's still a whole motherfucking country across seas that was being bombed.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
That ain't exactly. And that's some selfish shit. That's some selfish shit.
Selfish.
That's selfish as hell. Because we talking about
selfish. Says the nigga who allows other motherfuckers to educate his children. You need to be more selfish, my nigga. You need to be more selfish.
You're probably right.
What are you talking about? Selfish. A man's supposed to worry about his home. You sitting there talking about some motherfuckers being bombed across country. The fuck does that got to do with your reality right now? Nothing. I'm not worried about what the fuck going on.
My reality, that's a small fraction of what reality is for people in general. We're not even talking about what's going on around here. We're not even talking about what's going on around here, because at the end of the day, you got so many motherfucking murders that the cops are committing in this fucking country. It ain't even being reported on a daily. They don't even. Do you notice
you are doing the same shit as Charleston White? You doing the same shit as Charleston White. You keep bringing up situations that have absolutely nothing to do with what the fuck we talking about.
I'm supposed to focus on me,
and you think you not?
What's going on in your community that you give a fuck about?
This nigga here.
What's going on in your community that you give a fuck about?
My motherfucking children and the way that they got damn being raised.
Exactly. You worried about you and yours, man. As a whole, though, as a whole, we still dealing with some of the same shit. Not only are we dealing with the same shit, but we still suffering in the same way.
No, we not.
All right.
You keep trying to force other motherfuckers into your reality because you choose to remain there. You got a problem for every solution.
Never mind all of the single mothers. Never mind all of the niggas that's in jail.
Well, go save them then. Go save them then, nigga. Go save. Oh, wait, my fault. You don't like that word. Go save them then, my dude. Go save all them single women. You know how many goddamn single women? Again, you keep bringing up that got nothing to do with the fuck we talking about. What the fuck a single mother got to do with we talking about? My baby mama a single mother. What the fuck is you talking about? What about the single mothers? How about we take care of the mother of our children?
About taking accountability.
If you take care of the mother of your children, won't be no single
mother. Talking about accountability at the end of the day.
Exactly. That's your baby mama. That's who you accountable for. How the fuck you worried about another nigga baby mama? You gonna actually sit here and talk about what about all the single mothers, but you got a single baby mama. That's your focus. And the children you have with her, that's our focus. And let me tell you something. I use the same energy to get this understanding across to my baby mamas as I did to get the pussy. And that's what most niggas don't do. Niggas will find clever as fuck ways to get the pussy, but then be like, oh, she mad at me. Man, fuck her then. I'm going to keep it going. Wait a minute. When she ain't want to give you the pussy, the first way you came at her, let me find a new way. Oh, that ain't working? Okay, let me be sweet. Oh, that ain't working? All right, let me rub her feet. Finally, she gave me the pussy. But then when we get in a beef with him, be like, man, that bitch ain't doing what I want, fuck her. And then we get the fuck on and use that as an excuse. When have you tried to work with this ignorant motherfucker? I might talk shit about my baby mamas, but you know what else I do? Talk shit to them. And I don't mean, bitch, fuck you, you stupid. No. I mean, look, you tripping. Are you really paying attention to what we doing right now? What's important? Until you goddamn can take care of the shit that is in your motherfucking circumference, who the fuck is you to go save another fucking baby mama and you ain't got a good relationship with yours? How the fuck you gonna save her? You can't even save the motherfucker you goddamn brought a baby with. It ain't selfish. No, you know what's selfish? Is to fucking ignore that shit because it's hard, but it's easy to point fingers at the goddamn rappers. So I'm gonna blame them for my goddamn situation.
If that's what you gained from this, bro, I'm sorry to hear it, bro.
You ain't got to be sorry. I'm Gucci. Let me be clear. I enjoyed the conversation, so I was like, let's add this because it's a good conversation so we can open it up and people can really see what's important. I'm good. I was good before we had this conversation. I'm going to be good afterward. That's the thing about me. Like, I engage in these conversations because I enjoy them, not because I need help. You ain't hearing me say I got issues with this and that. I have, but you know what? I took that accountability upon myself and learned how to work through them.
I got to be straight with you, man. I grew up in a rites of passage for young black men, man. If it wasn't for me having community, I'd probably be dead or locked up right now. So I know the importance of having community. I know the importance and the benefit of having community. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I could give a fuck less about dealing with myself just by myself and keep.
Oh, well, then you can't do shit for your
Let me
community.
finish. You still cut me off now. I can give a fuck less about dealing with myself if everybody ain't good. You know, and you just said it. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't say it, pardon me. But at the end of the day, the principles that I was raised on is if I'm eating, that's cool. But if the people around me are starving and they consider family or my people, then even if I'm eating, I'ma still feel miserable. And the principle and whatever principle or more you gain from that is whatever, bro. At the end of the day, I can't just live for myself.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Because if you haven't noticed, you got a lot of excuses outside of you of why shit is going.
That's your perception, big dog.
No, it's not my perception. It's what you said. You have said it. You yourself. Okay. Ain't no perception.
I can't accept that into my reality.
But then why would you say that? Then I guess you're lying. Because you said that.
Hey, look, and I'm not going to abandon my community. At the end of the day, the community need people.
Bro, you can't do shit with your community.
Everybody need people.
How you gonna help community
if you can't help yourself? Here that ain't got no.
How you gonna help community if you can't help yourself?
Hey, look, I did a lot to help myself, bro. If you knew where I came from, the same way that you got the drive that you got and the goal that you got to talk to me and carry yourself the way that you carrying yourself. If you knew what I done been through and where I done came from, you wouldn't be coming at me like you coming to me right now. You would have a whole lot more respect and a whole lot more understanding and be trying to probably make a little more of a connection than you're doing right now. But at the end of the day, again, man, I can't just worry about myself because I was taken care of. So I still got other people to worry about. I still got my little brother. I still got my little brother, my sister. My
response to that is that, brethren, I don't need to know what you went through because the way you just said that, let me tell you what I just heard. This is what I heard. If you knew who I was and what I've been through, you wouldn't be talking to me like that. You would have more respect for me. Let me just be clear. I've not disrespected you yet. First of all. Second of all, yes, the fuck I would. Anybody who knows me, listen, you don't know me yet. This is why I say you'll see. Follow my page. Look at my videos. One thing people know about me is I don't fuck with people. I don't fuck with people. I'm very respectful. So when I'm in an engagement, my energy, I always tell people, if my energy bothers you, you have the option to not talk to me. So this idea that you have that I don't have respect for you, brother, or that, oh, if you knew who I was, bro, if you were sitting right here in front of me, my nigga, brother, excuse me, I would be saying the same shit with the same energy. Ain't no power in me, my nigga.
Why do you correct yourself and say brother?
Because you said you don't like the word nigga.
If that's the case, because I'm not going to refer
to you. This is respect,
nigga. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even going to approach you like I approach niggas, because at the end of the day, I don't, like you say, you don't like people. I don't like niggas, man. I can deal with black people.
Oh, well, all right. Well, I mean, you ain't gotta fuck with me no more, because I'm a nigga.
Man, look, that's not the aim here, man.
You just said I don't like niggas. I'm just saying I'm a nigga.
I don't like niggas. No, I don't.
Well,
because, there's a certain mentality that come with that, man.
And
the mentality that come with being a nigga that's low vibrational, if you ask me.
Okay, I didn't, but okay.
You know what I'm saying? And if you look, and like I said, I'ma still fuck with you regardless. I'm sorry, I didn't say it. I'ma still fuck with you regardless. I'ma at least have respect for you regardless. The same way I still have respect for motherfuckers that put out content that be bullshit. I still got respect for you, but I don't fuck with certain vibrations. And if you give me that nigga tone versus I'm dealing with a black man that really give a fuck about his people, not just himself or his own circle, you catch my drift?
My people is in my circle in my village. You keep connecting yourself with the whole. This is what some call the 85%. Those who are blind, deaf, and dumb, a slave to a mental definite power.
Yeah, I'm familiar, man. I'm familiar.
Okay, so what are we talking about? You want to go and keep connecting yourself and saying, these is my people. The 85% are not my fucking people.
Are there power in numbers?
Are there power in numbers? It depends on what you're doing. And if you think that since it's 85% is ignorant and there's a lot of them, I should join them, then that shows something about your mentality.
I didn't ask you all that. I said, is there power in numbers?
It depends on what you're doing. Nah, it ain't power in numbers.
We're supposed to be moving collectively. We're supposed to be moving as a community. At one point in time in America, we was doing that.
What's your point? Until people stopped what? Learning, listening to those that they should. Now we got people thinking that listen. Do you listen? First of all, I'm not even a Muslim. How do you feel about Farrakhan? Do you listen to Farrakhan?
I feel like anybody that is a real threat would have been assassinated by now, bro. I feel like I feel like, to be honest with you, all of the real threats, all of the real people that were powerful, you know what I'm saying? They didn't kill them off.
So a nigga not worth listening to unless he dead, is what you're saying.
I ain't saying that.
I mean, what you
saying?
saying?
I feel like
the
real powerful people, the most powerful people, they've been killed off. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The people that we should be listening to the most.
Does that sound like power to you?
Most threatening to
does that sound like power to you?
The people that are most threatening.
The most powerful people have been killed. That's what you're saying to me.
People that are the most threatening to how things have been built in America. Those are the people that are fucking dead.
Which is not powerful. Those are two different things. That is correct. Powerful and a threat are not the same thing. Correct. I'm glad you pointed that out. So think about that when you're saying what you're saying. Because you didn't just give me, listen, you sat here and defended Charleston White and talked about how you can understand him. And I asked you, have you listened? Hold on, let me finish. And I asked you if you listened to Farrakhan, and your response was, anybody who really powerful, they would have been dead by now. So is that a no? Because you didn't answer the question. Do you listen to Farrakhan?
I will listen to him.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Do you?
Well, I mean, I don't listen to him actively, no, but I will listen to him.
Right, exactly. So to sit here and tell me our people have an issue and it's because of the rappers that people are choosing to listen to while they are avoiding individuals who can give them. Now, let me be clear. I'm not religious. Farrakhan is not my leader. But I'll tell you this. When it comes to the Nation of Islam and the wisdom that they have offered through that institution, the majority of black people that I have met shit on that. And as far as I'm concerned, that's one of the most motherfucking strongest movements. You talking about is their power in numbers. Then why you ain't no Muslim?
I'm a spiritual being, man.
All right then. All right then. And how many numbers is that? You in a group with how many people? So you want to tell me it's power in numbers when you defend it?
I'm not sure.
But are you understanding what I'm comparing? I just spoke about 85% of people who are blind, deaf, and dumb, and you like, yeah, it's power in numbers. And then I'm like, well, shit, it's a lot of numbers in the Muslim, and you like, I'm a sovereign being, I'm a spiritual being. Wait a minute. So I'll join the ignorant motherfuckers and be like, oh, these people I'm supposed to be accountable for, the ones who want to be ignorant. But then when we talk about a nation of people who see a way out of what we call the destruction in the black community, you ain't got nothing to say about their leader except, shit, he would have been dead if he was really the truth. But you wonder why black people at the state that they at.
Man, I don't believe in organized religion, dog.
Oh, but you just said it was power in numbers.
Yeah, but that don't mean I believe in organized religion.
But you believe in hip hop?
I believe in Pan-Africanism. How about Pan-Africanism? How about... What?
I'm listening.
To be rooted is to be rooted in something. You are not a spiritual. You don't have no protocols or order about you.
I know that's right.
That's fine.
That's real.
That's fine.
That's real.
That's real. That's their reality. At the end of the day, I can't let another man speak for me, bro.
I ain't speaking.
I mean, you can try.
They did not say nothing about. They didn't say nothing about you. Period. I hate when people say that.
You not.
It says to be. It don't say to be spiritual is to be rooted in something. You not spiritual just because you don't have no protocols or order about you. They're saying anybody. It says it to be spiritual. To be spiritual.
Pardon.
So what I'm saying is they didn't say nothing about you. They spoke on something that you spoke on. If you say I'm a blood and the person says, why you blood? Bloods don't wear blue, they wear red. And you go, you ain't gonna question me. I didn't question you. I said bloods don't wear blue, they wear red. I'm pointing something out that can be open for discussion. That's why I just kind of sat back because I didn't even want to start it up. But when they pointed it out, I'm like, I'm glad they did. Because this is what people do. They avoid accountability and then say I ain't part of nothing because I'm spiritual. Says who? Who told you spiritual? Like, what is your idea of spirituality? Who taught you this? The rappers? What rapper gave you the understanding of what spirituality was? What rapper gave you spiritual practices? What rapper gave you spiritual hygiene? None of them.
Exactly. I walk in my own path, bro.
Your own path? Oh,
That's why I can
walk in
say
my
I'm
own path.
spiritual.
I walk the
That's
path
why
of
I
those
can say I'm
for me.
spiritual.
That's not spiritual. I mean, okay, I take that. Demons are spiritual too. Demon, why you make that face? Am I wrong? The devil ain't spiritual? If you having a spiritual warfare, who are you battling with? The spiritual realm ain't all positive. The spiritual realm ain't all holy. The spiritual realm ain't all good. So to just throw out there, I'm spiritual. Okay, cool. You an independent contractor. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But even though I'm an independent contractor,
Hey
my
man, see, hold on
practices
before
came
you
from
go any
somewhere.
further. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like you see what people are saying right now. Obviously, it is something wrong with being spiritual and on your own path, even though everybody walking in your own path right now.
No,
Even
no, no,
though
no.
I mean, if you
I,
spiritual, I can understand. Let me finish because you got a habit of cutting me off. But everybody's spiritual, and then you got some people that's religious. If I'm spiritual, I don't have to identify with any religion. I don't have to say that I believe in this, I believe in that. I have a system of morals and principles that I live by.
morals and principles are a physical thing.
How?
What? Why you
Tell
look
me
like
how.
that? I'm saying, like, as a
Because this is
man,
how I'm living.
I'm saying, I know as a man, I have principles and I have morals. That does not denote my
You want
spiritual.
to ask me what my spiritual principles and morals are?
No, I
Because I don't do anything that's not in the
principles and
benefit of
morals as
another man.
spiritual.
Or it's I live by simple rules, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can say, all right, demons are spiritual, Satan, whatever the case may be, spiritual. But at the end of the day, I live for the benefit of mankind. I know, man, look, my heart has been weighed against the feather. I ain't got nothing to prove nobody. At the end of the day, I know how I'm living. And it's really as simple as that. And I'm doing the very best I can to not only be able to benefit to myself, but to other people. If other
Are we
people
not?
don't understand that,
You've been saying for this whole conversation that we are responsible for the people around us. Is that correct?
yes.
And I agree with you. But you want to know what I've seen is that every time I'm asking you something about how you see, how you operate, how you do, all of this, you keep coming back to me. I ain't got to worry about what they think, what they feel. I don't say that. You want to know something? I am very concerned with how people see me. I'm very concerned with how people. Now, I'm not concerned with people trying to get me to change
Likewise.
my expression. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, so when somebody asks me about spiritual practices, I don't be, oh, I ain't on that shit. I do what I do. If I am responsible for you and you ask me that question, well, let me give you some advice. Let me give you some teaching. Let me give you some information. You keep saying we responsible for the rest of our community, but when somebody's asking a question about spiritual practices, I ain't got to worry about it. I ain't got to do. I ain't got to tell you what I do. Well, wait a minute. Then how you gonna be accountable for me? Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm an independent contractor. You didn't let me finish what I was saying. I didn't say nothing was wrong with it. I'm an independent contractor in the spiritual community, but my teachings are not. I ain't just probably like, man, I do what the fuck I want. I know what I'm doing. I know. No. Am I smarter than the spiritual realms? And like this whole, I ain't gotta practice. All I gotta do is think something, and it's gone. Yeah, right. That's not how that shit works. Spiritual, you don't become spiritual just because you have principles and morals. That's a terrestrial human existence. Spirituality is going past that. Spirituality is gained through practices. So that's what we're talking about. What are your practices? You don't just say spiritual because I live my own. Like, nah. Because a true spiritual individual is not going to be looking at somebody else saying, I'm holding them accountable because what they said is destroying my community. I don't see that. Ain't no rapper destroyed no community I'm a part of. I would be ashamed to say that these musicians are destroying my community. I'd be ashamed to say it. Accountability. I listened to that shit at the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. When we finish medicine work and I take my motherfucking mud cloth off and I put my motherfucking hat on and fire me a blunt and drink me a Guinness stout or a shot of scotch, he drink liquor. He can't be spiritual. This the type of shit I hear. That shit ain't got nothing to do with the other. See? So I'm not saying you're not. I was just saying that these accountabilities, they don't not go past none of these levels. If we are responsible for our community in a what you seeing type of, well, we should be also by the practices that we have. And if an individual asks us about that, that's not a place to get offended. Or if somebody says, "Are you spiritual?" just because you have your, that's a real question. Like, wait a minute, what do you mean? That's not what spirituality is. And again, I'm not questioning your spirituality, just the way you responded to that. Why is it we responsible for our community, but if they're asking us a question about what we do, how we practice, how we move, that should be, don't worry about that. I'm spiritual. I don't give a fuck what you say. Wait, what? Any initiation, which usually leads to the outcome of some kind of covering from favorable spirits, require discipline. That's what we're saying. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm not disagreeing with that. And I live my life in a very disciplined way. Let me tell you something. I got books on Chinese philosophy in here, as well as Kemetic teachings in here. I even have a Bible that if I feel the time of day I want to refer to look for insight, to look for wisdom, I don't mind looking at that because I know where it ultimately comes from. That's what I mean when I say I'm spiritual. I'm not walking down. I'm not looking to gain something from one religion that I don't have. I'm not rooted in anywhere. And to be honest with you, I personally feel like as a spiritual being, I shouldn't be rooted anywhere because life is going to take you different places. And my teachings have took me different places. So at the end of the day, all I can say to all of what's being expressed right now in relations to what we started at is, again, I look at all aspects of life and see what I can gain from them. See how I can relate to the next man. See how I can bridge a gap in misunderstanding. So when I said initially that I understand or I can relate, it was because I got enough compassion in my heart to even relate to motherfuckers that might be fucked up individuals. And let you tell it, he's a fucked up individual, right?
I don't know that. I just think he's a threat to the community.
I think he's a threat in general. I think he's a threat to a lot of people's security and a lot of people's safe space because people allow themselves, and we got a lot of people that promote a certain type of mindset that'll keep us in a safe space, even though we should be uncomfortable with how the fuck we living. Period, point blank. My experience has been, if you don't find ways to relate to people, that only causes more separation. I'm looking for ways to relate to my people.
I'm not looking to relate to no nigga who's an abuser, no raper, no motherfucking, like you sound like, I ain't gonna say
we all have had
me
those.
Personally,
I didn't have had those thoughts about fucking motherfuckers up and torturing motherfuckers myself. I'm man enough, I'm honest enough with myself to say that if I had the opportunity to do what some of these other people, these foreigners have done to our people, if I had the opportunity, I would fucking do it. And I'm willing to stand and down on that. Period.
You're not a spiritual person. Now
okay,
I can say that.
That's
now
fine.
That you said that out your mouth.
That's your perspective. Again, I respect your perspective. I can appreciate your perspective.
I like how you turn it all into a perspective.
That's what the fuck it is.
Okay. I hear you. So you sound just like that foolish ass nigga that told me all that time.
At the same time, it's crazy because I still want to rape one of their women.
You are not no.
If anything, if you want to speak on, you should speak on the fact that I still want to practice forgiveness. Because at the end of the day, forgiveness.
No, I'm not going to speak on that because that's not what the fuck you just said. What the fuck I'm gonna speak on that for? That's not what you just said, brother.
So what is so?
That shit sounds fake as hell after saying what you just said.
So if motherfuckers is raping our people, that's something forgivable? You're not gonna retaliate for that?
Exactly what? There you go again with the exactly. So I'm gonna tell you again.
Are we not at war right now?
No, Mr. Exactly.
Are we not at war right now?
Hey, Mr. Exactly. Let me tell you something. You keep asking me fucking questions that you don't have the capacity to fucking face yourself. So when you ask me that question, the reason I hesitated is because I wasn't sure if I should answer that shit on a live or not. But you know what, Mr. Exactly, I will answer that shit. Let me tell you something, my G. I have. Have you? Have you had a woman come to you and tell you she been raped and you have done something about it? All right then, so stop giving me your motherfucking hypothetical fucking questions talking about some exactly. I keep telling you, I've lived the shit that I'm talking. I'm not coming out the side of my neck because I feel something. Mister, or if you knew who I was and what I did, you talk to me differently. If I knew who you was and what you did, I would be talking to you more aggressively. Because if you are who you say you are, then that shit wouldn't faze you. That shit don't faze. How a nigga talking to me don't faze me when we talking about the realities of our community.
I'm not fazed.
I'm saying from earlier when you said that. That wouldn't even been something I'm focused on. That's why I say niggas who've been in prison in the military, I get along with the best. Because they not listening, talking about why would you talk to me like that? Why you so aggressive? Why you like what the fuck are you talking about? We having a goddamn conversation as men. Ain't no women in the room. There are on the platform, but I'm saying with me and you, I ain't said, oh, you a bitch ass nigga, I'll fuck you up. That's disrespect. That's why somebody said it. Yo, what is you talking about disrespect? Even they was asking what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is you keep bringing these questions to me as if you prove exactly nothing. I have been there. And I've responded. And it's a lot of niggas out here saying that shit like you saying, but not standing on it. And that's why I can't stand a nigga like Charleston White. Stop bringing up fucking situations that's going to pull at the heartstrings of our people and acting like you are somebody who's doing something about it. All the shit he spoke about, he ain't never, not once, said that he's done something about it. My resume is longer than my dick. Period. No homo. Not that you want to hear that. But I'm just saying. I've protected women who've been abused. Kicked in the fucking door like dog. I hear that shit downstairs. Come on, shorty, come with me. Nigga, do something. I've run in burning buildings. I've taken care of women who've been left and without. Talk about what about the single mothers? Have you put women into homes over wintertime, giving them a place to sleep with their children? I have. So all this shit you talking, I fucking done it.
None of
and
this
what
shit
I don't like is when niggas speak on shit as if they had the opportunity, this is who they would be. No,
I ain't gotta yell to get my point across, bro. None of this shit is a flex for me, man. This is what you fail to understand. This is shit is not. This is hold on. This is not.
Hold up. I don't give a fuck.
Hold up. This is not something that you shouldn't even be flexing about.
I don't give a fuck about say being moved by how I express myself. I ain't said shit out of pocket to you. This is how I talk.
But look at the energy, though. And again,
right, because I got a lot of fucking energy.
Again, I've been telling you like the whole time. I'm trying to find a way to bridge a fucking gap of understanding.
We are bridged.
You steady reacting, like you. And you and your emotions right now, God.
I'm a passionate person.
It wasn't until even now that I didn't even got out of character. Now this shit is getting way out of hand because it really feel like it's really coming across like you trying to pull my resume. You see what I'm saying? And if anything,
did you or did you not ask me?
Not a fucking flex.
You asked me.
Supposed to be doing this, black man. Period. We're not even supposed to. It's not something that's
exactly
celebrated. So at the end of the day, if I'm doing something for my fucking community, guess what? It's not something I should be praised about. It's my fucking responsibility. Period. Point blank.
Then hold down your responsibility. Then hold down your responsibility and stop blaming others for the
I'm doing. I'm not just here for me.
No, you're not. This whole goddamn 3 hours, you've been saying.
Exactly. We've been on here for 3 hours, man. Take a break. I'll holler at you tomorrow. Peace and love, God.
Peace. So I'm gonna go ahead and he wants to go ahead and pull out. I'm gonna go ahead and keep building. I'm gonna put the completion to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So with all of that being said, the way I seen that, as he wanted to bring to an abrupt end, I'm gonna recap that. We responsible for our community. The first way to be responsible is responsible for your own motherfucking actions, your own duties, your own what you do. And yes, to be clear, he did, as you all seen, ask me about a motherfucker being violated and being raped in our community, and are we gonna do something about it? Why is it that I'm wrong for saying, why you keep asking me about shit that I have done something about? Have you? Then say, you trying to pull my resume. Nigga, you asked me first. You mad because I answered and you didn't have the same answer I had? You asked me first. And I answered it. And my answer is also, why do you keep bringing up situations if you ain't actually lived them out? That's why I hesitated. That's why I hesitated. I'm not asking hypothetical questions. I'm speaking from reality. Period. The bottle of wine to the head is insane. I can't judge because I take blunts to the face. You feel me? So I ain't, yeah, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so anyway, case in point, Charleston White. Getting back to that. Point out what I'm talking about. A motherfucker who will come on and use something to pull on black people's heartstrings, such as people dying in our community, young boys being shot, motherfuckers getting choked out by the police, and say, since this shit happened, nobody should be telling me I shouldn't be saying the shit that I'm saying when I talk about beating women up, raping motherfuckers, and all type of other shit that is destructive to our community. How the fuck is you gonna say these motherfuckers is saying shit, so why can't I say it? Because these motherfuckers are entertainers. You're not. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed that. Somebody said he wasn't ready. Listen, I felt like, damn, brethren don't know me. I hopped on his shit. We gonna hop on. And it was like, you're right. He didn't know me. He don't know me. He really feel like I'm trying to son him. He said it. You trying to pull my resume. He didn't understand. Like, I'm responding off of the shit you asking me. You asked me, you in the military? Yeah, I was in the military. How many years? 6 years. You ever killed anybody? Hold on, wait. Have you? Why would you get mad about me? Especially if I answer that goddamn question and then ask you, who are you checking my resume? Wait, why are you checking mine? Where the fuck that even come from? Why are we talking about this? We talking about community and responsibility. That's what I thought we was talking about. Is Charleston White friend or foe to our community? I was trying to keep it real on point. How is he a friend? What is he doing to support the community? What is he doing to uplift the community? What is he doing to assist? Bringing up a bunch of tragic shit and then saying, didn't this happen? All right then, so don't worry about what the fuck I'm saying. Y'all niggas is lost. Wait a minute. What part of that is helping the fucking community? That was my point. Now, of course, we went all type of other situations, conversations, presentations. I enjoyed my motherfucking self. And let me be clear. He was not the first person today to be bothered by my expression. I had somebody else that called me up, came through to do business with me, stayed here at my spot, had conversations, invited me to dinner. And in the midst of it, we're having a conversation and they say, I don't like how you fucking coming at me. We ain't got to talk no more. I don't want to fucking talk. And drop my punk ass back off at home, where I come in and be like, okay, and sit my ass on my couch and watch my fucking TV or do my practices or whatever the fuck I play my fucking Kevin Gates, whatever the fuck I choose to do. You understand? But I will say I invited him to the platform. So maybe, with that being said, maybe I should have gave him but I did. When we started, I said, we're not going to agree on everything, and I'm real passionate, and people be thrown off by my energy. I want you to know this is all respect. But as usual, I'm going to say this public. If you're not fucking ready to go through what you just seen, don't fucking come for me. Period. Because I ain't got to disrespect you, but at the same time, I ain't got to sit here all, oh, well, I'm just saying. I'm not Farrakhan. If anything, I'm more like Khalid Muhammad. Fuck you mean? You sitting here speaking up for Charleston White when he speaks with the same fucking energy, but he talks about destructive, disrespectful shit to our peoples. But you bothered by me? I'm tired of people who are too soft to hold a conversation with me. I'm not for everybody. Period. I'm not for everybody. And I let that be known. But at the same time, I don't be fucking with everybody. Like I tell people, if I come on your shit, when I hopped on this page, I made it very clear. Hey, man, I ain't trying to teach you, talk to you, or check you. But I don't agree with this. So I just want to converse about it. And it was like, bet. And that's what we did. That's what made me say, oh, well, shit, we can hop on the live because you ain't bothered by me. By the end of the live, I'm bothered by you. Why are you talking to me like this? Matter of fact, I want to get off the... Don't run up to me and say, hey, I heard you do martial arts. Let's spar. And then I go, all right. And then say, why the fuck you hit me? Wait, what? I thought you was ready for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a debate. Who the fuck got to be quiet and calm during a debate? We're talking about our children, our community, our people. Why wouldn't you be passionate during that type of conversation? It's the Leo energy, laughing my ass off. I get it. Not everybody can rock with us. Flat out. But my whole thing was, then just don't. Don't run up to a Leo with a ball of yarn and do like this. And when he swipe at it, go, why would you use your nails? Because they're on my paws. Why would you dangle the fucking yarn in front of me if you didn't know that I was, like you knew I was? I don't get it. What the fuck do y'all be wanting from me? He a water sign? I don't know. Me and the brother just met. I don't know the brother. Literally, I made a comment on his page today. And he responded back. And we went back and forth. And I let it be known, hey, man, I'm just here for the conversation. And then we went in, and I was like, yo, this is dope. You have the ability to have a conversation without emotions. Let's hop on live. He was like, bet, let's do it. That's how we got here. I talked to that brother for 2 minutes before we went live. And all I said was, hey, man, I don't want to, have no talk before we go on. I don't want to, y'all know me, I don't want to fake it. Let's go on and then just start. So I ain't want to be like, all right, so I'm going to say this and you just get, nah, I just met you. This is dope. Let's do it. We hopped on. Here you go. By the end of it, you offended. Listen, y'all, if you're not built to fucking debate with me, don't fucking open one. Don't accept one. Don't come on my page. Don't say some fly shit to me. I am a very high, energetic, passionate motherfucker, and I don't back down. I don't have to disrespect nobody to motherfucking get my point across. I stayed on point the whole goddamn time, except for the points when he got off, and it was like, all right, I'll throw a shot back. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got to be disrespectful. Okay, you throw it a shot, I throw it back. I throw it back. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hype ass. You soft. If I'm hype, if I'm too hype and you feel like I'm disrespectful, and this is anybody who says to me, you too hype, I need you to calm down, why you got to talk like that? You're too soft to talk to me. Now, if you think that is offensive, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. That's how the fuck I see it. You pick another word. You're not prepared to fucking talk to me. You're not built to talk. You pick whatever the word you want, but there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. If I start disrespecting you, check my ass. That's something. Hold on, bro. Don't fucking as y'all see, he was like, I don't like the word nigga. I don't like niggas. I don't like, okay, cool. And every time I call him a nigga, oh, excuse me, my bad, bruh, dude, whatever. I was very respectful. But I can't take, oh, your energy scares me. I can't take that. I don't take it from women. So what the fuck I look like letting a man tell me your energy is fucking threatening to me? Wait, what? I don't like your energy. I don't like how hype you are. Why you got to talk like that? Why you got to be so soft? Why you got to talk so calm? Why you got to talk so, you know what I mean? If I said that, I'm being out of pocket. It's like when people be like, damn, you skinny as hell. Well, damn, bitch, you fat as fuck. Damn, don't be, wait, how is it that you saying that to me is okay, but me responding to you, I'm disrespectful? Big motherfucker walking talking about, boy, you skinny as hell. I'm like, bitch, you fat than a motherfucker. And now she mad. Wait a minute. You started this shit. You hyped than a motherfucker. You have no fucking energy. You're weak than a motherfucker. If I say that, like, is being hype a sign of strength? Is being quiet a sign of weakness? No. So why the fuck do we keep trying to make those things that thing. Because my thing is, if you make it this, then I'm just gonna be like, well, if that's the case, then the opposite of that is this, and you're the opposite of me. Why we can't just be who we are? I'm who I am. I'm passionate. When I'm debating, I'm here. I'm present. I'm clear. I'm talking. I'm responding. I have shit to back me up. I got stories. I can't wait. What? Let's get it. You can have the same thing. If you don't want to, that's cool, but I ain't got to change for you. And I'm, my feelings are hurt. I'm feeling some type of way that I cannot conduct myself amongst a lot of people without them being offended. Because offense and disrespect are two different things. Just because you was offended don't mean somebody disrespected you. Like when the chick said, yeah, you skinny than a motherfucker. There was no disrespect. Not unless she meant disrespect. Like, are you trying to be disrespectful? No, I'm just being observant. Okay, I'm observing how big you are. Because I thought you was being disrespectful. So if you was, then I'd have been like, damn, bitch, you fat than a motherfucker. See the difference? You know what I'm saying? Intentions comes with disrespect. Just because you're offended don't mean you're being disrespected. That's why I asked, where did I disrespect you? Even somebody on here was like, wait, what's the disrespect? What are you talking about? I was like, I'm glad somebody else seen it. Oh, here we go. Let me put this back up. Respectfully, where was the disrespect? I'm so glad that they posted that because I was sitting here going, did this nigga just say I disrespected him? Where? No, the truth is, I'm moving with an energy and saying things that you don't like. And of course, that's what happens in debates. When somebody like, notice, okay, I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, you right about that. Okay, I can see that. You didn't hear me saying that shit a whole bunch of times. And I'm feeling myself, if you want to say that. I'm speaking on this whole discussion. I stood on everything I said the whole way through. It wasn't a whole lot of times where I'm like, okay, well, I'll take that. Okay, that is true. Okay. No. What you're saying is not. So I'm still here going, no, you mad because the shit that I'm saying is coming to be what it is. And it's like, damn, I ain't got nothing else I can say. You didn't tore down all my arguments. That's what you're supposed to do in debates. Ain't that what we came for? I thought that was clear. When I texted the brother, I said, let's discuss / debate / argue / another word. But I let it be known, like, all of this. So when you come in with a debate, like, this is mental martial arts, y'all. How you getting mad because I threw a jab? I'm not being disrespectful. The jab that I threw, it was like in boxing, you're allowed to jab. You're allowed to hook. You're allowed to punch. You allowed to counter. You do how you do. But you can't be mad because I hit you and it was a good one. Oh, it blew my chest up. Man, why would you do that? And then try to kick me. Hold on, stop. Now, that's against the rules. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, that was 3 hours. I enjoyed myself. I'm sorry the brother left with that type of energy and felt that type of way. Like, you trying to check my resume? Like, I'm from Detroit, bro. There's no need. You asked me, you kept questioning my resume. And I'm like, damn, why he keep questioning me on these types of situations and issues? Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I've lived them. Yeah, this is actuality. Yeah, I have had a fucking pull guns, like all of this shit. And the shit that I did is what my fucking reality was. So to keep asking these questions, ask some questions that you have been in the midst of. That'd be my thing. How you gonna ask some questions about some shit? That's why I'm responding back to it. Like, have you? Because, okay, I just told you about my resume. Now, do you have that on your resume? Did you work for Sprint for 4 years? Because I know cell phone companies, how they do the sales, how they motherfucker run the back door, how they do the goddamn credit information. I work for Sprint. I had this information. I was in the Army 6 years. I have hand-to-hand combat. I have conflict resolution training. To ask me what I'm gonna do if a kid walk up with a gun to me and compare that to a woman saying I can whoop this woman ass because she swung at me first. Oh my, that's a hell of a comparison. Anyway, I had fun. That was dope. I hope y'all enjoyed that. If not, that's cool too. You shouldn't have logged on for 3 hours and listened to that nonsense. For me, it was Sunday. I had already did what I had to do. I'm sitting back kicking it. I'm like, this would be dope. Let's discuss it. We did that. That's what it was for me. I had a fucking blast. I had a good time. So That's what that was. Anybody want to holler at me? Anybody want to talk to me? Anybody address anything? Feel free to hit me up. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I love y'all. I enjoyed that. And anytime anybody want to get on the live and discuss any type of shit, that's the type of energy I have. So I just want to let that be known. But I'm open for it. Don't be telling me I disrespected you because I'm passionate. Don't be feeling some type of way because I speak with a lot of energy. If you can't handle that, then don't fucking engage me. And let's be clear, or let's not go into that energy. Because watch it from the beginning. We match energy. Wasn't no, I'm going to just start, like, yo, I'm getting passionate because the shit we talking about. I love this shit. I'm about this shit. And I love y'all. And I want y'all to tell somebody you love them in the language they can understand it in. Peace.